right.
Oh, do the intro, dude. DAX, what the
I
hell?
don't like doing it, dude.
Why?
I'm bad at it, dude. I always forget all the things. Then you have to stand there and you're in the back going, it's 8 p.m.
Come on, dude, just do it.
Welcome to twitch.tv/Never the Boys, everybody. We got a bit of a short cast today. We're missing some peeps. Bash is out getting his prostate examined. Shib's in bed sick with all the NyQuil. Tried to get some other homies on, but you know they're all busy. But it's all right. It's Memorial Day. We're kind of chilling out today. A lot of people got plans, so we're gonna chill for a couple hours and fucking
hang out.
Hang
It's
out.
not gonna be a big one. But you know what? Number 30 will.
Absolutely, because this is Dinner with the Boys number 29, May 27th, 2019. Ooh. We've been at this for a hot minute. You know what it is.
I'm glad you got that gift.
Absolutely. I think I had to put my favorite gift there. So you know what it is. Every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, come out here, enjoy a nice meal with the boys. As you can see, we got the Memorial Day special. We got the barbecue coming out here.
Oh, hell yeah.
What you got over there? Aceuhh? What you rocking today?
I ain't got shit right now.
I ain't got shit.
No, like, I was going to make food, and then my mom goes, don't. We're making food later. I was like, oh, fucking K. I was like, what is it? She was like, I don't know yet. Relax. All right. Yeah, my dad's at the gym, so, I mean, I guess we're waiting. Either or, they're going to say some shit like, we didn't feel like cooking, actually, so you know what? We're going to McDick's. I'm like, all right.
We're going to
McDick's.
That's some shit my dad...
Oh, okay. I was like, is that shit your mom would say?
No.
We going to McDick's.
If we said that, my mom would just be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hell yeah, dude.
All right. Well, you're in the waiting room. That's no problem.
Yeah. All I got is my lovely vape.
Oh, who made that vape, Aceuhh?
I'm not telling them, dude. What the hell?
What? You don't got some like brand? Huh?
They're not paying me.
But they could be.
They could be, but they're not.
What?
Is that how the game works? You don't start actually endorsing people until they.
No, the only
give you money?
thing I endorse is twitch.tv/.
I mean, look. Well, no, because y'all been over here fucking talking about your DX racers nonstop.
Please sponsor us.
See, you can do that. So why can't you do it with your vape?
With your vape.
I don't even know what it is.
Is that some specialty shit? Is that made by some like ex-con who doesn't want to have his?
I don't know. My dad was like, "Hey, I got this, but I don't think I'm gonna use it. Here you go." And I said, "Okay, thanks, man."
It's pretty cool looking. I like the colors.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about.
Sponsored by Aceuhh's
I don't know anything about vapes.
Yeah.
I just have a little pen. I don't know anything about those big box things.
I really wish I knew more, but I really don't. All I know is I can control the wattage.
That's pretty cool.
I wanted.
Well, I mean, it's not going to focus on it, but I mean...
I don't vape, but I feel like controlling the wattage is an important thing.
I would assume. Mine does that. It has a little turny thing. I don't know what that does, but it looks neat. I put it on 6.5
I've got a nice
watts,
peppermint flavor, dude.
Nice.
I'm sipping on Christmas every day.
Oh, wasn't that nice?
Wonderful. What about you, BB? What's going on? What you chomping on, dude?
What is it? Shesh is gonna make some chicken, some breaded chicken, with I don't know what else, but just the chicken enough is gonna be good enough for me.
Imagine if Shesh didn't season her chicken.
She's like she's Hispanic, so I think that would actually be like heresy if she didn't season the chicken.
Her mom gonna come in there with a fucking sandal and start hitting her. What the fuck are you doing?
She's gonna come in with your shotgun, dude. It's like, Mamma mia, what are you doing? How dare you?
What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
My shotgun's still
I don't know why I sounded Italian there for a second. She's part Italian though, so it's okay. I'm sure it would
everything melds together.
You ever can I ask you a personal question?
What's up?
About BB.
Yeah, sure.
Have you ever like grabbed her boob and just been like, oh, that's a spicy.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball!
You probably did it. You know, if you want to spice up the foreplay a little bit, you know.
I don't think that would set the mood correctly.
Just, I mean, it would, but it would set
just
a mood.
go in the kitchen right now and do it. and then she'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with?"
We're gonna hear a really distant. And he's gonna come back, big old anime like red mark, hand mark.
I did
You're just gonna hear it. Well, I mean, Dax, you know when she goes off, you could hear her from a mile away.
No,
so.
but it could be one of those cases where you don't even hear a word, you just hear a slap.
The fuck out of here. The boys out here. Yeah, I mean, some of the boys are out here. Some of the other boys are getting their prostate checked.
Hey, it'd be like that. Guess which one?
Are they actually getting their prostate checked? Or...
No, but I'm gonna mess with Bash until he finally gets back to me and he's like, "Yeah, I got it checked." I'm just saying that's an important step in any relationship.
I feel that.
Obviously not, because you haven't had yours checked either.
Excuse me?
Do we need to have a conversation?
Did
you not at me when you got your prostate exam? Did you really not?
I don't want to talk about this.
Oh, I'm so mad.
I don't want to talk about this.
I'm so mad. I thought we were besties, BB. I thought we were.
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Fucking
You know what, Dax?
asshole.
You know what's Dax? He's not coming to Wisconsin with us, dude.
He ain't coming anywhere.
Wyoming?
Wisconsin.
There's no Wyoming.
10 years from now, when we have DinnerCon, where all the boys come out, BB's not invited. Fuck that guy, asshole.
You know, and in 7 years, when we announce DinnerCon for 3 years down the road, someone's gonna bring up this.
DinnerCon.
We announced that early.
Real early. Oh
Well,
god.
shit. Well, moving on though. Like I said, I have the barbecue. We have the young commissary. It's a wonderful place, local. We got these very beautiful ribs. They're little.
Oh my god.
Now. They've been sitting here, but they're that
Damn,
good.
that's actually really impressive.
Oh, deviled eggs too? Oh, you live in it.
This is like 1/6 of the whole rack that I got.
Oh.
So there's a lot in there. I'm gonna be eating throughout the whole fucking week. I'm gonna eat nothing but
Hell yeah.
but I don't mean much
And
at all.
deviled eggs?
And deviled eggs. They're good deviled eggs, man.
I love deviled.
There is something special about a really fucking good deviled egg.
I don't know.
Swear.
It's so smooth and creamy yet so delicious.
When it's seasoned well and you got that nice little, you have a bit of a sweetness in there, but still a little bit of that bite. Doesn't feel like some weird like mayonnaise concoction bullshit like some people do.
Yeah.
It's the same thing
Like
that people fuck up. White people always either fuck up deviled eggs, unless you're like a really kind like mother in her like 50s or something like that. You're probably not gonna fuck them up. You've probably been around the block enough to like know how to season something by then. But you're either gonna fuck up deviled eggs or you're gonna fuck up the fucking potato salad. Or the coleslaw. Don't even touch fucking coleslaw.
White lady potato salad is a really sad thing.
I need you, if you're gonna make me coleslaw, I need you to go to ancestry.com. Fill out get me the data. Because if certain percentiles are not in the right place, like I don't want that shit from you because I know it's gonna be a fucking wet, soupy pile of garbage.
I love coleslaw, but bro, ever since they changed the recipe at KFC, nothing's been the same.
They changed the recipe at KFC. When was that?
Oh, that was a few years ago. They changed the coleslaw recipe like 4 or 5 years ago or some shit like that. Bro, it's never been the same. They had the best coleslaw.
It was good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think back to the last time I had KFC, and the only times that are memorable is when I was driving up to Rubblelots to Eric's place, Dyer's place, and I would get KFC and bring it to him. And we'd usually get coleslaw, and I thought it was okay. It was decent for like fast food coleslaw.
Yeah, there's a reason why it was okay. They changed the recipe on you. You didn't know. You have nothing to compare, dude.
Good.
The old one was just so much better, and then they changed it.
That's some shit.
Same.
Dang. Oh.
But yeah, no, I agree with you. White people potato salad, y'all really be messing up. Like I don't get how y'all mess it up so bad. It ain't that hard.
They make it like a soup, man.
Egg
dump
salad,
the fucking mayonnaise on it. Makes it too sweet.
Egg salad too.
I had a good egg salad on the wall. I dropped the bean.
I know. Don't eat the bean, dude. You dropped the bean.
I'm not gonna eat the bean, but I'm gonna save
right.
it. Get off my
Dax, can you show me bean pictures again?
I've never had someone ask me.
Can you show them? Can you show me someone putting beans in like the CD drive?
I will give you my entire database. of weird bean pictures. I've never been. God, this is like being asked to marry. Oh shit.
Whoa.
This is great. You know what? You can come to the dinner con. How about that?
All right, dude. Welcome to dinner,
All,
God.
Yes.
all is forgiven. All is the forgiven.
All is the forgiven.
Oh man, these rolls.
Man,
Yeah.
dinner con's gonna be great. 10 years.
Dinner.
It's gonna be sick, dude.
We should map out the entirety of dinner con this cast.
I'm gonna be at 40 when we have dinner con. It's gonna be sick.
Gonna be awesome. Anyways, how's the week been, boys?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
We chilling
you
out
do?
here.
Pretty quiet. Well, BB, you go ahead. You start. 'Cause you've been doing some stuff.
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff, dude. So been playing RuneScape. Yesterday, what is it? I've been getting shit from Barrows. That shit was tight.
Hell yeah! I saw the double drop, dude. I was so pissed. I was sitting in my car driving to work, mad, like motherfucker.
Why does this fucker get a double? I've been playing this game forever.
I've never gotten a double drop, by the way.
Really?
Really?
Oh,
Ever.
dude.
In all my
Time
years.
you've been playing? I don't even know what that is,
Yeah.
but it sounds like rare.
I mean, yeah, it's fucking
Pretty rare.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid. So, outside of that, I started playing a little bit of 2FM yesterday. I've been feeling apprehensive about playing it a lot, but yesterday was actually really sick. I mean, we spent like half the stream listening to Kingdom Hearts music and just talking about how good it was. So I just,
Did y'all play the Cavern song?
I didn't actually. I fucked up.
What
Dude.
the fuck?
I was going for like
You
a
know
lot
why
of the
he's not coming to dinner
It's not
con
coming
anymore?
to dinner con. Goddamn. Well, keep fucking up. Sorry.
I'm gonna remember this. But let's see. So we went to the movie theater. Me and Shesh, we went to the movie theater like twice this week, which is a fucking rarity because we never fucking go to the movies. Usually everything fucking blows, but there are actually some worthy things to see. Number one, John Wick 3. If you like action movies, go watch it. Watch the first two.
Yeah, watch all of them.
Watch the first two, and then just fucking watch this one. They're all good. This one is awesome. It was great.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's just dope. It's just like I was just like sitting there, and I kind of like knew what I was getting into, and I knew what to expect, but I just kind of like had to sit back and like, just be like appreciate the artistry.
Yeah.
And just how good they craft these action scenes, and I'm just like, man.
Oh, 100%.
Like I don't. This is the only spoiler that you guys are gonna hear. He kills somebody with a fucking book, dude. It's so dope, dude.
It is one of the most brutal.
Oh, it is so
kills.
gruesome, dude. Holy
Because
shit!
the whole fight is just John with a book fighting this big motherfucker.
Yeah, no, this guy's
And
like.
it's not a big
6
spoiler.
inches
It's a
on
one-off
him.
fight. It's early in the film. Don't worry about it. But like seriously, you won't care about knowing that he kills someone with a book when you watch the fight. Shit, you're gonna see him go to the library and be like, "Oh shit,"
I mean, that's the only thing we're gonna spoil for you. But like, this dude murders somebody in the most gruesome way with a fucking book, and
God.
it's so good.
I recommend, if possible, make sure if you have a theater with Dolby Atmos and you want to go see John Wick 3, go to the Dolby Atmos one, because man, those hits, they be hitting. That sound design, it be hitting. That book kill, it be hitting real hard.
Well, shit.
Just something that I
It's
also
really
noticed
sick.
is just throughout the entire series, all of these fights, like, I don't know, like, I kind of think with Keanu Reeves, I just think about The Matrix a shit ton. And with The Matrix, everything is just like so elegant.
Yeah.
The way that people fight each other, because they're like on wires and they're doing all this crazy fucking acrobatic kung fu.
Right.
But like with John Wick, it's so fucking grimy and claustrophobic, and they're just like wrestling each other to the fucking ground and putting people in fucking chokeholds and arm holds, and he keeps on snapping people's arms and shit. And it's so fucking like, I get anxious when I watch a John Wick fight because I'm just like, man, these guys are fucking like, I can't breathe, dude. These guys
I'm trying to get in there, dude.
Even when you're
I can't
watching
get
the
out,
third
man.
film, even when you're watching the third film, and even when you feel like at most points, like, okay, It's John Wick. This is the kind of movie. It's a Bruce Willis Die Hard kind of situation where it's like, yeah, he's getting the shit beat out of him, but we know he's kind of invincible to a point. Like,
God, this guy takes some hits, dude.
right?
Do you know how many times this guy gets hit by a car?
A lot.
It's
He
fucking
gets by a lot of
ridiculous.
cars. So it's like, look, yeah, like we get it. But at the same time, he'll be wrestling with some like random thug, random fucking dude, not even a big character, it's random guy on the ground, and you're just like,
Fuck,
get him,
dude, I don't know if he's
because
gonna
it always looks like when he's struggling, he really is struggling. Like he can get the upper hand,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
not. It's like if he's pinning, no matter how amazing your gunplay skills are, if you're being pinned to the ground, it's going to be hard to get up. It's just how it
Yeah.
is.
Was Halle Berry?
Oh, she was great.
Oh, dude, she was. Oh
She
my
was,
god.
she was fantastic,
Bro,
bro. You
People
were gonna
forget.
seriously when you see Aceuhh,
huh?
when you catch up on the films and you see 3, you are gonna as a fighting game player, when you see what she does. BB, don't even say like exactly what.
No, I'm not gonna
yeah.
say anything about what she does.
She is the most broke. She is the most broke character in the entirety of fucking John Wick. That character, she is busted. When you see what she has in her companions, holy fuck, it is nuts. It is,
Alright,
it's
that's
like
cool.
I'm like because I went with some FGC buddies of mine and stuff. So we're sitting there like watching her and like everything fucking happened. We're just looking at her like, this chick is busted. This is broke. What the fuck do you
broke.
mean she did that? Okay.
Well, I mean, Halle Berry. Like a lot of people forget that she was like, she's a hella good actor.
Hmm?
Like,
Oh, she great.
she's a
She's
fantastic
got
actor.
cast in
and-
a lot of shitty roles, just trying to cast.
yeah,
them
I
in.
mean, really, really bad roles from
It's like,
like,
well,
the year
Halle
2000,
Berry.
she didn't really have too many super good roles.
Yeah.
I mean, X-Men, but
Well, it's like, man,
Yeah.
Halle Berry, you're so pretty and black. Let's just fucking throw you in Catwoman.
Oh,
And she's like,
don't talk to me about that.
I can actually act. It's like, no, we want you to stick with the screenplay. We're not actually going to sub you.
they did
accept,
the best.
accept
She
your
did the
help.
best she
She
could
did the best she could with
goddamn-
that fucking role, but they're like, no, we're not actually going to accept your input. We just want you to be pretty and black.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well,
The
okay. it's like, can you just like appreciate the whole actress part instead of the fucking like the name thing,
Speaking
because it was so
of,
forced so many times.
Speaking of actors and actresses cast in really bad roles, Will Smith in Aladdin. We also
So tell me,
You can
We-
spoil that.
you don't
movie
have to
for
worry
me.
about
I ain't
spoilers.
seen
We've
that.
all seen it.
no, I
The
what is
original.
it? I saw it today, like literally like 3
So it's
hours
fresh.
ago. We got home at like fucking 6:30,
Oh shit.
and I've been thinking about the movie. Initial thoughts: it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
Hmm.
It's actually like it's worth a watch. I would recommend you guys actually go and see it in theaters.
Can I ask one question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you see the live action Beauty and the Beast?
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, go ahead. Keep on.
Okay. Yeah, so so there's definitely some shit that's not great. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna like spoil like the movie or well, I mean, we've all know how Aladdin works, so it's not like there's really much to spoil. But so like bad shit first. Whoever plays Jafar is extremely underwhelming, and that disappointed me a lot. It's not that he's a bad actor, it's just that the original character that I know is Jafar from the original movie is just such a iconic villain,
Mhm.
and just how maniacal he is and how how the animation just kind of like he puts his like body into like how
BB,
fucking
1
wild
second.
and crazy he
Right.
is. Yeah.
1 second.
Huh?
That needed to be done. All right, go ahead.
So yeah, so just Jafar is just like such an iconic character that the dude playing him, he had like I want to say like 3 expressions, and the moments where he was supposed to be like just over maniacal, he just didn't really. I never really felt like he committed to it. He didn't really ever like go over the top, and I mean I don't know. It's just like maybe I'm just comparing it a little too much to the original, but I feel like that's just kind of inherently what happens when you make a remake of a really well-known movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jafar really underwhelming, and a lot of the third act revolves around him, and so the third act of the movie kind of drags a lot. Let's see. They gave Jasmine a couple of like singing numbers, not like full on like songs, but they gave her like a couple of moments where she wanted to sing, and her character kind of like she wants to be Sultan in this movie, and it's just kind of like she's a girl and she wants to like break out of her role because you know she's a princess and she was supposed to marry the prince and all that shit, and so the movie does a really good job of kind of playing, or what is it, giving her enough development, and the actress does really good job with Jasmine, with kind of pushing this character to go from just like this girl who's just, you know, doesn't really know anything about the outside world and is just a dumb princess to this girl who's just like, okay, I you know, she can actually be Sultan, she could actually like rule the people, but they just like force it in your face so hard with these extra musical numbers that are just so unnecessary and don't do anything except pad the movie, or just kind of like push this, just like, guys, did you know that she is a powerful woman that wants to do her own? It's
they did what they did with Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
Same thing.
It's
Same thing
which is unfortunate. It doesn't like ruin the movie, but it definitely is just like, if they just like toned down on this, I would appreciate it so much, because it's really not needed. So it is live action, and so they did the whole CG thing. And so a lot of characters, namely the animals in the movie, Abu and Raja, kind of get neutered a little bit.
About Raja,
because like my big thing is with Abu, and I think there's two things that are wrong with it. Number one, he gets like 0 screen time, and the camera shots never get close enough for you to actually like key in on how the CG monkey, you know, his expressions and shit like that. And number two, the CG isn't done very well, and every single time he's supposed to be emoting something, it's just really beady eyes and this really weird smile and these really weird CG expressions that don't really come through. Like, I know that the art direction is supposed to be realistic. That's great. It doesn't work with this particular character, because I know what Abu is supposed to be, and it just didn't work out with this one. Same with Raja. Raja is also really well known for having particular expressions and shit in the movie, and just big mean cat in this movie, and that's it. Really.
What about Iago?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just a parrot.
It's a parrot,
really.
Okay.
They can't. I mean, they give him voice lines and everything, and I can kind of like see how that would be reminiscent of Iago, but again, CG. I mean, it's just a CG parrot, and Iago in animation is able to do a lot more and actually talk. And you know, who's the person who acts as Iago, voice acts as Iago?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried. Yeah, like it's almost like you can see Gilbert Gottfried in this fucking parrot, which is like amazing. It's kind of like why the movie did so well. And with this, it's just like parrot that talks and has little line, you know, cute one-liners or something.
Right.
The good part, Will Smith, he did good. I'm not gonna lie, dude. He really did what he did. I was really worried that he was gonna like fuck this shit up, but I really bought it after a while. It really kicked in. Whoever is playing Aladdin needs to be in more movies or more musicals or something. He is Aladdin, dude. It's really good.
Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting
like
that.
Watch the first 15 to 20 minutes, and I swear to God, you're gonna be you're either going to love him or you're just gonna be like, you know what, he's okay, he's not bad, but he's really good. Jasmine does a pretty good job, and that's like enough. Like those two characters doing their roles really, really well, or decently well, is enough to kind of tie in the movie. It really is beautiful too. Like the graphics actually, just, the CG, Agrabah looks beautiful. It's fucking great. What is it? Especially like the CG Cave of Wonders tiger and everything, and they remade like the voice and everything. Like that was super fucking dope. The Cave of Wonders itself it's not like exactly the same as the animation, but it's still got that same feel to it. And it feels like a musical a lot of the time, and the music in the background kind of like being little tiny melodies of songs that we know constantly all the time, and just people actually just kind of like doing the whole musical thing really sells it.
Okay.
It actually feels like a musical. Yeah, Aladdin's fucking great. What is it? Aladdin and Will Smith acting together. Like by the time that Aladdin actually freed the genie and everything, and they had like that, you know, really amazing moment, I kind of bought it. I was like, this works, dude. I feel something. Yeah, it's just I think a lot of it is just carried by some of that. By the way, boys and girls, dinner with the boys. Check out this.
Steaming, that shit look good.
We got some vegetables and we got some breaded chicken. We'll be munching on that in a little bit with some barbecue sauce. But yeah, it's like there's some dumb moments. Like there's this like really dumb moment where I'm trying to think here. There's this dumb moment in the middle, at the very, very end of like the Prince Ali moment where they're marching him in and the genie's like singing, or Will Smith singing, and there's like a part towards the very end where they kind of like there's a musical phrase for this where it slows down and then like slowly but surely like starts to speed up in tempo.
Yeah.
If you rewatch the song, you'll know exactly where that part is. And like right before it, it's like this dumb shit where like everybody stops. Rubato, okay. Where like Will Smith like stops everybody and they like wait for the Sultan to like, you know, like conduct them or some shit, and it's like supposed to be cute and like fun and everything because it's a musical and it's Will Smith, but it just felt really awkward and dumb. And those are the sorts of moments that would like stick out if this movie were any less good than it is. But it's a really good movie, so I can like overlook it, and I think that alone is just like, okay, yeah, no, I'm sold. This movie's actually pretty solid.
Okay. Well, shit.
So yeah, it's worth a ticket. It's worth a ticket to see it in theaters. I would watch it. It's not as bad well, I mean, I have to watch it myself, but like I heard like really bad shit about Beauty and the Beast live action. Yeah. And I was worried that this was going to be really bad. But it's really not. It's really not as bad. I think, yeah, just the actors themselves just kind of like put their fucking all into this shit and made it into like a really cool musical. And I'm really, would I watch it over Detective Pikachu? Yes, I would actually, because I got really tired of fucking Deadpool Pikachu. I got really tired of it after a while. But yes, I would watch it over Detective Pikachu. I'm really fucking worried about The Lion King because if they have
weird, man.
If they have the same exact issues with Aladdin, with like
with
trying to getting CG animals to emote.
How can they make that work? Because from all the trailers and from all the extended footage and everything that we've seen, it's like
I just don't see how they're gonna do it. Like this is the sort of thing that just succeeded so well due to animation, and I just don't see how they're gonna make it work with CG. But yeah, watch Aladdin. Go watch Aladdin in theaters. It's really like I think Rotten Tomatoes has it like at a fucking 50%.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that. It's like 50 something on the critic rating, and then like 95%.
But the viewer rating is like 95%.
The audience rating, which is very similar to another movie that I ended up enjoying quite a bit. Well, a major portion of it, like at 30 minutes in, which was Venom. Which the first half hour is pretty shitty, but man, when you put Venom and Tom Hardy, like, you know, and Eddie Brock and everything together, it's great. So yeah, like critics hated it, but then audience were like, this is pretty fun. So, You know, but
Yeah, no,
I guess
I would
I
watch
can
it.
I can see that like even with the way you talked about it, it's like yeah, being able to sell this version of Genie through Will Smith, as well as like the actor who plays Aladdin, and being able to really make you actually feel shit by the end of it between them. It can be one, I can definitely see it being one of those cases where it's like yeah, there's like knowing me from pieces I've seen, it's like I don't think I'm going to be a big fan of some of the versions of the songs. I don't similar to Beauty and the Beast. I don't think I'm going to be a big fan of
there's going to be some
Jafar
goofy
and things
shit.
like that. But if you can sell certain characters' relationships well enough to engage me throughout, then like I'm not going to necessarily rate the movie super high just because of that, but it can make it to where it's like there was a consistent thing from start to finish that I got out of it for the most part, instead of it being like, well, there was like this 5-minute section in here that I thought was kind of neat, and you know, like there's a dynamic, there's an element of the film that makes me want to keep watching it. So
Yeah,
I can see
the
that.
core element where what is it, like the relationship between Aladdin and Jasmine, which is a huge part of it naturally, and Aladdin and Genie. Like
Right.
I think those are like some of the most important bonds and interactions that go on throughout the movie. And if you can sell those and you can sell the world, which they can, I mean, it's Disney, we have all the money in the fucking world, let's just remake Agrabah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you can, it works. I thought it was great.
I mean, that's a polar opposite from Beauty and the Beast. Because a big thing with that was that like the worst elements of the film arguably were Belle and the Beast.
Belle and Beast.
Which the guy who did the Beast and the CG and everything, it was like I wasn't a fan of the design. I thought the effects and everything were all right. They did a good job in places trying to recreate certain touches or animation from the original Beast in the way when there's a good scene where the Beast is standing outside of Belle's room. Belle being played by I can't think of her name.
Emma Watson.
Thank you. So Beast is outside the door and he's trying to get her to come to dinner, right? And then of course the dishes and everything, you know, they want Mrs. Potts, you know, they want him to be polite, and he's trying to figure out how to do it, and he keeps being rejected. And even does that kind of thing where he kind of pouts a little bit, he kind of puffs his bottom lip up a bit, just like out of frustration, kind of like a kid. And they sort of recreate those little touches in there where I'm like, oh, that's nice, right? But then, you know, the CG and the design itself and the realism and everything behind it ends up being distracting, and then Emma Watts' acting ends up being distracting, and the just general look of the film. There's too many elements that take away from it. Comparatively, what they did for Gaston was actually interesting, in the sense that they
made him a war vet, didn't they?
They made him a war vet, and so the idea behind it was like he'll have these moments when he's getting really, really pissed off, and Lafouille, is that right? The guy with the part, you know.
He's got a little lackey. That
I want to
follows
say
him around.
Lafouille, but that doesn't, for some reason, that doesn't sound right as I'm saying it. But anyway,
I straight up didn't watch Beauty and the Beast as a kid, so I
really?
don't really.
Oh, okay. Well,
okay. I think I'm pretty sure
Lafouille.
I did. I just don't remember it well.
That's what I originally thought, but Lafouille didn't sound right. So Lafouille, maybe thinking of a different character. Anyway, Lafouille, or Lafouille, yeah. Anyway, so he's having like calm him down, and he's like, you know, calm down, Gaston, calm down. Remember the war, remember the murder,
remember the
and
bloodshed.
and like remember the bloodshed, and it gets him to calm down. I'm like, that's actually kind of amusing. So there's this idea that as he's like doing a song in the bar and everything else, there's all this imagery of him like wanting to recreate, you know, the old glory days, and he's writing off of that essentially. And it didn't interfere with anything with the plot. They didn't make it out to be this big additional thing to go along with all the other additional things they added to the movie and other things near the end. It was just like this other bit of character that you could apply in the background while still having him be relatively the same in terms of the, you know, schmoozing womanizer who's trying to get in the Belle's, you know, pussy. So it's like, you know, it was this neat little addition that would come up in little pockets that added a sense of an extra little bit of depth without taking away anything. And it was really, really nice. And then for Belle, they have this entire fucking arc about her mom and all this bullshit about this magic fucking thing that can take you wherever you want to go. If you want to see something or whatever, you can go back in the past times and it's the mask of the plague doctor. Oh, look that, and like all this other bullshit. And they have this horrible, awful song in there that was taken out of the original film. Man, I fucking wonder why. And it's just all this shit that just drags and drags and drags at trying to add all this bullshit or whatever. And then of course the movie has all this extra content in there, so when it goes to the scenes that it's recreating from the original, it's going a mile a fucking minute, because it's like it's been blasting through the fucking runtime with like these additional scenes that don't fucking matter.
Right.
So pacing is just fucked and all over the place. The best parts of the film ended up being like those little bits with Gaston, and then bits and pieces with the other characters. I can't think of names right now. All the other fucking silverware and everything in the castle, like those were the good elements. But like the major meat of the movie, number one, it didn't feel like Beast movie anymore. In a bad way. It didn't feel. It could have been more a Bell's thing and been a more unique film because of it, but they just did all the wrong things with it. It made it way less interesting. They made Beast and they made him way more kind of pompous and like unlikable in places.
He an asshole?
He's kind of an asshole. Like there's a part where he's laying there in bed. After this is after he got attacked by he after he saved Belle from the wolves and everything, and he introduces her to the library and all this other stuff or whatever. And I can't remember the order, but anyway, he's laying in bed, and Belle, they're talking about literature or something like that. And I think she mentions Romeo and Juliet, and he just starts he's just like, dude, he like goes off about it. It's just like, oh, it's just a bunch of fucking garbage. Like, why do you even read that shit or whatever? I'm like, fuck this
normie
guy.
shit.
Yeah, he straight up hits her with the, wow, you read that normie shit.
Read that normie shit.
It's just
fuck
not
that.
like it's
and
just
then
not like.
Opens his fucking his library.
That's right.
Just like, oh well, if you really want to fucking look at some good literature.
Here's my Steam library. It's just It's like, oh, you play fucking.
Oh, you play Fortnite?
Okay, here's my Steam library. Why don't you load up Baba Is You or some bullshit? Fucking whatever. But it's like, he's just a pompous dickhead. It's not fun. So like the major meat of the movie is not only shifted to a different perspective where it's not handled very well at all, but like the two major characters, both of them are just shitty. And
they're supposed to fall in love. Like she's supposed to fall in love. And he's supposed to
sell
be
it
better for her, right?
They don't sell it at all.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. That's a huge part of the movie. It's Beauty and the Beast. And
worst.
They just completely ignore that aspect.
And real quick,
or they just do it horribly.
Because I know we've been on this for a while. I'll move on in a second. The most egregious part for me, and a lot of people love this song. I fucking hate it. I hate the song. I hate the context that it's in. But there's an additional song where basically when Belle has to leave, Belle has to finally she has to go because they look in the mirror. And they see that her dad's being captured and everything, and like being thrown into the fucking loony bin because he's raving about the Beast, and we have to go save her and whatnot. And so she goes back into town, and has to leave. And so Beast's like, okay, you can go. And she's like, yeah, but the last pedal's like about to fucking fall. And just and he's like, no, I want you, you have to leave. And of course, the original movie, he like fucking yells at her. He's like desperate, just like fucking get out, leave. And you have this really somber moment where Beast is just sitting there from his window, like watching her go off. And Cogsworth is like, why the fuck did you let her go? We could have had everything. He's like, well, I love her. I had to. And it's just very, sad. It's very sad. Like, he's not happy about it. He's not happy about, his situation, but he just knew that's what he had to do. Whereas in the live action movie, they make it this big, boastful, just triumphant, like, I know she'll never leave me, even if she runs away. And it's just, it you lose that whole moment where it's like there's all these weird conflicting things where it's like, okay, so number one, I don't like the song, and number two, like, you're not selling me on this sudden burst of just, I'm happy that she's going because that's what she, whatever. It's like, no, it's okay to be fucking miserable because of it, but still accept that it's the right decision. That's a more interesting take on the character, just fundamentally. And so they lose that and then add this fucking stupid song, which was saying fine, the guy did fine, but that shit bothered the fuck out of me. But
yeah.
Also, yes, Lindsay Ellis does have a great video on the
she does.
remake. It's very, very good.
I actually watched it.
She also has another one on the original, which is also very good.
Yeah. But yeah. What is it? Just so to summarize this, Aladdin, good. You guys, it's definitely good enough for you guys to see it in theaters for yourself. It's not the sort of thing where it's just like, oh well, everybody says it sucks, I'm gonna avoid it like the plague. No, you should go watch it.
I'll go check it out. Well, dope. Fuck yeah.
There was an option for us to watch it in 3D, but I was just like, I don't think it really needs to. I don't think it really needs it.
It's not.
I haven't watched a movie in 3D since Tron.
Yeah, I ain't putting on the fucking glasses. I don't care.
Oh, I'm definitely watching the Sonic movie. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
not missing that.
Absolutely. Hey, and well, now it's even better because BB is coming out February. It's been delayed, everybody. Whoa! February 14th, Valentine's Day. What a perfect day for BB and his wonderful waifu Chesh to go see the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Wow.
It's like your guys' Valentine's Day have been booked
You
up.
should come up here, dude. We have an IMAX. We got some good shit up here.
I mean, it's gonna be Valentine's Day. I'd hate to intrude.
Hmm?
I hate to intrude on y'all Valentine's Day.
Oh, I mean, Shesh, do you mind on Valentine's Day?
See the chat?
Oh, there you go.
Okay, there you
All
go.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make it a date. Shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah, all right, whatever, guys. I get
Mason,
it.
you want to come? You want to come too?
Come up to.
Ow!
Okay, well then stop
Okay,
fucking
well-
bitching.
There's no bitching. Whatever, dude.
You
Thanks for the
bitching.
info.
You are
fucking
definitely
nation,
bitching.
dude. Whatever, dude. I get it.
You got like 18 tournaments to go to. I don't expect you to just be able to just drop a weekend and go fucking.
Love to drop
Kansas.
the fucking weekend and do it, dude.
Well, if you can make it happen, then make it happen.
I don't know.
Maybe. Okay. All right.
I'm just alone. I get it. Whatever. Cool. Anyways, Dax, how was your week?
It's been all right. I'm trying to think of like what I did. I've been spending a lot of last week planning stuff, important shit I need to do this week.
Sign up for Evo using the combo breaker code, dude.
No, I didn't. I didn't know there was a
You
combo
get,
break.
you get 20% off, dude.
I fucked up.
Did I should have reminded you.
Oh well.
Whatever, dude.
I need to do that though. I need to get my flights and everything set up and talk to
I
my
need to
sister.
too.
Because I need to
Well,
coordinate. I need to coordinate all that shit with my sisters and everything. Trying to figure out this big like group trip before or after Evo. But no, it's been a pretty good week. Playing some Ace and I've been playing some fighting games, playing some Dragon Ball, playing a bunch of Under Night with Vash. So
God,
that's
I
been
wish
fun.
Blaze Blue Central Fiction was a game and not Cross Tag so bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's interesting actually because so for Cross Tag there was a big 1.5 patch that came out. There are a lot of general system changes that were things that I've been wanting them to fix since the game fucking came out, and they finally did it. And those things actually make me go, oh, okay, I will give this game another shot, like a fair one.
Hey, dude, another game to join an Evo at,
They
dude.
did. Well, they did the biggest thing, which we don't even like. People were saying was a glitch for the longest time, but they went in like 2 or 3 different patches and they never fixed it. And we were just like, okay, I guess this is a mechanical thing, because if so, that's a horrible decision. The idea was that, okay, so for those of you who may not know, for Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, there's a mechanic called, or there's a system called a meteor called the cross gauge, where essentially you can spin certain things with it on it to do certain shit. In this case, you can basically call, what is it? Yeah, you can have a character come out, your assist character come out, right? You can go into your cross combo, which is essentially activating both characters in like a simultaneous control. If anyone's seen like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the Soul Stone, it's kind of like that in a way, to where but in this case you can swap between them. Like you can active switch in between them. So there'd be a lot of cases where characters would just get sandwiched and just eaten by a lot of like weird, wacky, invincible bullshit. So if you have Gordeau, Grim Reaper, right? Big old fucking scythe boy swinging around. So if you are playing Gordeau and you have Ruby behind you, and you're controlling Gordeau, Ruby's sitting there, she's standing, she's just chilling. And so Gordeau, you do Grim Reaper, and then on like the frame for like right when you activate that special move, you switch to Ruby. Gordeau will keep doing the move, and he is completely invincible. And you cannot touch him with anything. It's not even just because of the move, or like because of the hitbox of the move. He's literally just, he doesn't exist. Only his hitbox exists and nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. they fixed that shit.
Oh,
To where now, if you are eating some fucking crazy, wacky, active switch cross-up bullshit, whatever mix-up, with like big-ass special moves just covering your fucking DP.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
No, fuck your
And like
fucking
you have to, you can actually like get out of shit. And yeah, they can read you and you can, well, whatever. But now like there wasn't even an option before. Now it's just like you just had to eat it.
Yeah.
And so, and because of how meter gained is in this game, and because of how plentiful a lot of your resources are, I mean, people can just go nuts. Like round 1 start, and just fucking, you know.
Yeah.
So it just led to a lot of crazy shit. They got rid of that, and when I saw that in the patch notes, I was like, okay, I'll play this game immediately, like before even seeing anything else. Now, I will say there were a few other things. There's actually a really cool guy who plays a lot of BB tag, and he makes really good content. Coefficient starts with a K. He has a bunch of good stuff. He actually has a really simple video on his channel, just kind of going through the general changes of the game. And pretty much all those points, he's like, finally. But yeah, there's just a general thing with like certain active switch assists and certain cross combo things like that. Like several different changes that basically remove a lot of like the ungness, a lot of the overly safe, just invincibility and all that stuff. You can beat shit out now. Like certain assists will get hit properly now. Certain things will just combo properly now. It's just a lot better. It's more refined. A lot of characters just got buffs across the board. Just like more shit. Just a lot of like different shit, more shit. Like even Yosuke has like some really interesting conversion options and different things now. Like just little things that they changed where I'm like, oh cool. Now I can actually like I can put more than 5 minutes in this fucking character, and I feel like there's still more to do. I was doing Yosuke Wald. I was doing Yosuke Mika for a very brief bit after she came out, and then I stopped. What's up, Hash? What the fuck going on? We're talking about cross tag. I was playing Yosuke Wald. I was playing Yosuke Mika. I was trying Mika Wald. I was doing Weiss Schnee is Weiss Schnee is a character now, and I'm excited.
Is she?
Yeah, she's got real shit. She's not fucking bum diddly bumpkins anymore.
No.
Because Yosuke Weiss was like the day one, like this is really cool, and then I was like, oh man, this character kind of sucks. But now she's dope. One really big crazy change that's gonna make even characters like fucking Yukiko really scary is that for Persona characters, you cannot push block the personas anymore. So you know how like Yukiko, she has that big like she has those big multi-hit fucking moves with Konohana Sakuya. Before the character would like she just didn't stand a fucking chance with anyone, because all you have to do is spin a bar, and like as she's doing her combo or whatever, and then her and the persona just get just full screen, just push back, and it's like, and they can hit the personas, so you can get punished and shit now, because you could hit the personas like in the original Persona 4 game. In Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax, which were normally in that game you would lose a card, but in cross tag you lose like health. So every time like you put out a fucking normal, so they'll push block you and then run up and like tag the persona, and you just eat shit and just lose health. So it's like always a risk. Now your persona doesn't get push blocked, so Yukiko will be like, you'll push block her full screen, and Konohana Sakuya, she's just going in. She gets high lows off that shit. She can actually do like full screen zoning and traps and shit now. You cannot hit the personas, as far as I know. You can't you can't jab them and like use health, like they're just invincible. Shit like that. Like Persona characters are more viable, because before they were glass cannons. Before it's like you have this additional range and different mechanics for like what your personas do and everything else. But you throw them out and they can clip you, and you lose fucking you know how damage is in this game. You can lose mad health. Now it's like no, you have to respect them a bit more. So that's really cool. Yeah, just a lot of like really cool little changes. Lots of characters getting new shit. There are some exceptions. Makoto is still fucking terrible. Poor Makoto. Poor underboob. Squirrel Girl is still awful. They didn't like give her anything, as far as I know. But characters like
I think Noelle got a buff.
Noelle's assist, where she throws the boomerang out, the boomerang gun, it will pick the character up and it will drag them through the entire animation
Now it does that. I know. It's
Like
so sick
it doesn't just
before.
like hit, like if they get tagged in the air, they don't just like fall out. It will just like.
No, before what it used to do is when you threw it out, they would get in it, and then it was very rare. You'd have to catch them at the right frame, and then they would throw them up. But most of the time, you just throw it out, and they pop out. Now, when you put them in the grinder, they going through the grinder.
It'll go through the whole thing, come all the way back to you, and you can combo off it, no problem.
It's
But yeah, like nine super scary now. Akihiko is crazy. I'm trying to think of some of the characters that people were saying.
Akihiko is like
Akihiko's
really bad.
Akihiko's. I mean, he was okay before, but now it's like,
yeah,
it's crazy. There are new characters with the patch. So you have Seth from Under Night. He looks super sick. Teddy from Persona 4. He has all his dumb item shit, looking crazy. Naoto Kurogane from Blaze Blue Central
Naoto.
Fiction.
I've been playing Central Fiction.
Really sick. Yeah,
I've been playing Central Fiction and playing Naoto, and man, that character's fucking tight.
He's really, really cool. He still has his shit where he can get his like EX boost moves off of like the dashes and all that shit. He still has all that stuff. Teddy still has like his item rotation and all that stuff. They gave him something cool where he's when his persona throws an item and it does that little wind up with his hand. I think it might only be the EX one, I'm not sure. I think they all do, but he does a little wind up with his hand and throws the item out. That actually has a hitbox now. So you can do a combo into like the up persona attack and then combo into the item throw and knock them down while the items are coming down. It's wacky. And then the other character, which is the only one from her respective fate that they added, that they announced months and months back, Heart Ino or Heart Ino, whatever her name, Heart from Arcana Heart.
Yeah.
Her C is her homing. She's just an Arcana Heart character, just straight up. Which is really cool. They actually made it work really, really well, and she looks fun. She had all new sprites, so they look really nice. It works the same as an Arcana, so when she does see in the air on the ground, she can go to her homing. If she's in the air, depending on what angle you hold the controller stick at, she'll start that angle and then start homing towards the opponent, just like in Arcana Heart. She can do homing cancels by spinning a bar, where she can do a combo and then cancel into homing. It'll spin a bar, but she can continue off of that. Of course, like you have to be careful about like doing it on block and stuff. That'll be safe. You can't have this. Yeah, no, it's super cool. Looks really great. It's weird because right off the heels of the patch, there was a data mine, and I think this is one of the more clever ways to get around spoiling your characters through data mining. And so what they did, instead of having like what was before, where you had like all the voice acting or all the announcer voice lines, right? When you select a character, Yosuke Hanamura, Weiss Shin, all that kind of stuff. The data mining from a while ago, from like one of the earliest patches, just had all like the DLC characters that were coming out with, like they were just all there. Only those though, a handful from Persona, a handful from Underlight, whatever. What they did now, which is funny as fuck, is that they have like 75 of them.
Damn.
Names from pretty much every remaining character from every respective game, being BlazBlue, Undernight, Persona, also every name of every like major character from Sinner and Kagura, every game from Akatsuki BlitzConf, which is where Akatsuki is from. It's this weird fight. I love that game. From Akatsuki BlitzConf, and then like every character from fucking Arcana Heart. It's like 75 characters total. So now it's like so basically it's kind of saying like, okay, we're gonna put Senran Kagura in there. Okay, we're gonna put more Akatsuki BlitzConf characters in there. Oh, we're gonna put more Arcana Heart characters in there. But which ones are they gonna be? Fuck you, dude. You don't know. Haha. It's I'm like, okay, I'll take that over what we had before. Shit. There is actually a fucking voice line, because for those who don't know, in Akatsuki BlitzConf, there's seriously a character that's just a giant tank with the big gun, and then at the very tip of the cannon is a skull, and it's called a Blitz Tank. And so they have Blitz Tank just in the fucking and I'm like, if there's any character that's not going to be in the fucking game, it's fucking Blitz Tank. There is no way There's no way.
Man. Yeah, if they add Senran Kagura characters, they're all gonna be new sprites too, and it's gonna be funny when people pair them up with Blaze Blue characters, and it's like, oh my god.
Or you look at like Ruby characters, or even like Heart, the Arcana Heart character next to Ragna. It's just, oh god. But that's how it's been.
Right next.
Wait, put him right next to the 2009 sprite.
Put it right next to
Morgan.
Jin.
For Jin? Oh
Jin, Jin from Blaze Blue, like Jin looks fine, like in Blaze Blue, but you put him right next to Heart, and you're like, oh god, dude.
I mean, that's a 10-year that's a 10-year difference. That's a 720p to 4K difference.
Yep.
But even then though, I got used to the general look of the game like in motion pretty quickly. I'm still surprised by it because early on I was like, oh man, this is ugly. But yeah, so they would have to, all new sprites would have to be made if they bring in Akatsuki Blitzkampf characters, if they bring in more Arcana Heart characters, if they do Senran Kagura characters, those would be entirely new. They wouldn't even have a basis.
But if they do add in Senran Kagura characters, they have a Virgil character. Like a straight Virgil, like summon swords character, so.
But yeah, so that's been interesting. That's one of the funniest kind of data mine situations I've seen in a while. And again, they're all just, you can look it up on YouTube. Like they're all fully voiced, like fully voiced character calls. So no fucking telling. I'm 100% certain that's to get around potential, like, hey, who's gonna be, like, who's it gonna be? Because they don't want to deal with leaks and shit. So I think this is the funnier way to do it. Yeah, so I think I'll be playing some more cross tag in the pipeline, messing around with that game some more on top of like Dragon Ball and Under Night. Did y'all watch any Combo Breaker over the weekend?
I watched a lot of Combo Breaker.
I also watched a lot of Combo Breaker.
Oh yeah, we'll get into my week real quick and then we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know we hadn't gotten to it. I apologize.
No. What'd I do? It's been a weird week. I've had a lot. I was fuming a few days ago. I don't even think I've told you guys it to a degree yet. I'll tell you guys later. But basically, I was fucking mad as shit a few days ago, like pissed. And I've got a life decision to make here soon. It's gonna be fun. But other than that, I started Persona 5. I fucking love that. I fucking love that game.
Best clip that I've seen in a long while. That shit was good, dude.
If you guys have not, you guys should watch me play Persona 5. It's really fun because I literally don't know what's going on, and I have a good time fucking around in that game and just doing my figuring out all the answers and stuff like that. But yeah, I started on Persona 5. I beat my first dungeon, Kamoshida. Beat the shit out of that asshole.
That's always a good feeling.
I really want to play the game a lot, and I haven't had the time because this weekend, fuck man, I had to work yesterday, so I couldn't stream all day, even though I wanted to. And Combo Breaker started on Friday, and I watched the living shit out of Combo Breaker. Fucking every game on a fucking Khadgar. Just mount it up, dude.
I hadn't done that for a tournament in a while, but I really was looking forward to this one. I love Combo Breaker.
I don't know what it was, but Combo Breaker, dude, Combo Breaker is such a good tournament. I want to go back so bad because I've been to the first. I went to the first Combo Breaker, and it was.
What year was that?
Fuck! It was the year after UFGT 10. I think it was
2015.
Think so? I think it was. Yeah, something like that.
Sounds right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I want to go back to Combo Breaker so bad. That basically watching that tournament made me realize that I'm going back next year 100%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like I'm going to that fucking tournament.
I'm trying to go next year.
If you haven't watched the Tekken Top 8, it was probably the best Top 8 in years. Like
that's pretty dope.
Competitively, crowd hype, fucking commentary. In 10 years, I have not been so hyped to watch a fucking game. If you cannot watch that top 8 and not think fighting games as a whole aren't sick, you're fucked. You're useless to me. Like, because
To me.
that top 8 was so fucking good. Like, you had your story. You had U.S. versus Japan. I mean, U.S. versus Korea. That's mainly a Tekken thing, basically. You had Anakin, Atlanta born and raised, coming in through the winner's side of the bracket, all the way to grand finals, knocking out foreigner after foreigner, after Korean after Korean after Korean. I think he beat Lohai. I think he beat Rangchu to get into grand finals. And like, Anakin has historically not done good against international players. Historically, he's probably one of, like, out of two between him and Naps, probably the best American Tekken players out of them. But every time he would go overseas or play them in tournament anywhere, he'd just get dumpstered. He never played the same he ever did, and he would just get destroyed. No, not this Anakin. I don't know what the kid was back. This man ran through. Oh yeah, and he got to grand finals, and waiting for him was the quote unquote. I believe this. Everyone else in the Tekken community believes this. The GOAT of Tekken, Knee, basically ran through. I don't know who threw him into losers. I don't remember, but he basically came into the loser side of the bracket. Anakin was up 2 games with 1 round to go. Last hit, and Knee beats him, and he ran it all the way back. Reset the bracket. Anakin also fought back. It went to last game between them. It was 2-2 in like a reset grand finals. And I have never been sitting at my desk just fuck. I'm saying, like, even if you're not a fighting game fan, watch that top 8. Just sit down and watch the entirety, the whole fucking 3 to 4 hours. Enjoy it. Take it as a movie. Watch it on the side. If Tasty Steve freaking out, like basically punching Rip, get this chair off me, man. I can't be sitting right now. Did you see that edit of him when he's jumping in the air and Giuna photoshopped him out, and it's like an arcade. I think it's an arcade intro or ending. I don't know the game, but it's like him falling out the window. Yeah.
Oh shit. It's funny as fuck. I'm gonna go back and watch it probably tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Wednesday, because I caught most of it. I didn't care about MK, but like Tekken was starting later in the day, and I couldn't stop to watch. I got all that other stuff knocked out earlier in the day. But Geese dying in KOF, yeah, the Geese ending, yeah. He put fucking Steve over the Geese ending. But no, I've been excited to watch it because I was hearing nothing but just crazy shit. Even if I know what happens, I don't care. That's totally fine. I'm gonna watch every match. So yeah, looking forward to it.
I 100% say, like, always doesn't matter if you know the result, always watch it back. Like, that top 8 was seriously one of the best like I've ever shown, like I've ever seen out of fighting games in the past like 5 years. My friend Rhea was watching it, and she was messaging me. She's never fucking really played fighting games much at all. She just likes watching like Tekken. Mm-hmm. She was fucking freaking out, dude. It's crazy. Because Anakin was playing out of his mind, Knee was being fucking Knee and playing like every character that he ever felt like playing. He played like Geese Howard, Brian, Steve, Devil Jim. He won with Paul. Like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants at a tournament level because he's Knee. He's that fucking good. Dragon Ball. Who won? Goichi won Dragon Ball. Against Hook Gang God. Hook can't fucking beat Goichi. Goichi, his defense is so fucking good.
It's just another run of just block, tech every fucking DR.
Everything, every DR fucking I tech it.
Someone made a great edit, and it's the cover. It's Daigo's book, the will to keep winning, but it's the will to keep blocking, and it's just Goichi just sitting there with his arm foot up. It's really good. Yeah, no, it's just couldn't open him up.
Can't open that can up, dude.
And Goichi's putting in work with GT Goku. Everyone's putting him in top right now. He's fucking good. He has because he was really focusing on Piccolo for a while. He had the Bardock Piccolo team. But yeah, he's putting, so it's Bardock, GT Goku, and Super Goku.
Yep.
It's his team right now.
Standard team.
Very good.
Really good.
Very, like, that's like one of the most top tier teams you can make right now.
Yeah,
You know?
GT Goku is actually like nutty. Like
Yeah.
that character's like mad good. And I really hope he doesn't become Bardock, where we're gonna see him forever.
I think, well, there's a big detriment in terms of like just the he has more specific stuff in terms of his like more traditional knockdowns than like spikes and things like that, as well as just the nature of his fucking limbs and the normals. It's just really tough. Like you have to go for specific things. I think that's why a lot of people prefer using like having a battery character, trying to keep him second and tag him in when they can make the situation work, especially for corner. That makes more sense. But even just trying to play neutral, a lot of people are still figuring out it's really difficult. Whereas Bardock can, I mean, you see it, you know, just fucking light. You know, catch, you know, oh, I caught you with the tip of my fucking, the pixel of my hurt box. Okay, well, my second L is going to bring you down to the ground. Free combo, whatever. But I definitely think, like, I mean, he's a tiny adult Gohan. In terms of the way he can do block strings, and in terms of the way he can reset, he can like refill assist gauges, like through entire block strings and things like that. Like, if they're going to nerf anything, that's obviously going to be cut, I think. Similar to some other characters who have been able to take advantage of that. But like he's a tiny adult Gohan. I am.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking from like a total scrub perspective, Aceuhh, when you like first play GT Goku on screen, just like in training mode, and I saw this little fucking rat just fucking like flying around in fucking like Z formation and shit with his like quick little Kamehameha or whatever.
Yeah.
I just saw that and I was just like, I don't like. I guess the game slows down at a high level, but I don't know how you fucking block that shit, dude, all game long. Like that looks
hard,
dumb.
man. The game does slow down at a higher level, but fuck, there's sometimes, man, something happens too quick.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, what is going? I'm hurt.
Well, sometimes
I'm
shit happens.
gonna block this whack up mix up.
I mean, even at a high level, sometimes shit happens so fast where both players get confused, and then you get some of the most frustrating scrambles in any fucking fighting game.
People
like
start screaming.
A scramble in Dragon Ball is the actual worst.
It's
like being a scramble in Dragon Ball just feels fucking weird, and it feels like you don't. It's just off. Like, it just feels really off.
Yeah.
Compared to anything else. But
oh, also, I'm speaking of Dragon Ball. Before this cast started, I just got done doing 4 hours of commentary. For an online tournament for my buddy T-Grass on Twitch. He had like 50 viewers, 60 viewers or something like that at some point. It was actually really fun. I talked to like his boys and all that. They seemed to really like the commentary. The tournament was actually really sick. Like, some of the players in there were fucking nasty. Strife won using Piccolo, Goku, and Bardock in the mirror match. So it was a good game. Anyways, but yeah, more combo breaker stuff. Unil, Unil is so sick. Like, when he whipped out that Carmine, when he started getting countered with he was playing Wagner. I don't remember the dude's name. He was playing Wagner and he was going against Hilda, and Hilda bodied his Wagner. So you know what he did? He switched to Carmine, and every game was like so scary because he'd get down to 1 health, no health, and then just run it back every fucking time. The Hilda player couldn't fucking run it back. Lots of Hildas, dude. Like 3 of them or something like that. Damn, I didn't realize that character was that busted.
I don't think she's like. I wouldn't say she's fucking crazy. I think it was just those tournaments where I had some Hilda players.
I think Clear Love won it.
Clear
with,
Lamp, Clear Lamp, Byakuya, Clear Lamp again. He won Climax tonight.
He's going to get that one character nerfed. It's gonna be like a Hungry Box situation, dude, where it's not everybody, it's just him.
I mean, I wouldn't say we're on that kind of level. We need a lot more years under this game's belt, but
Yeah,
I mean, he's been doing really well. He's been doing just super well. Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all to see him excel.
He's just so fucking good at it. I don't know who won cross tag. You know?
Cross tag was oh fuck. I'm gonna look. Actually, forget.
Dude, this whole fucking bringing up the Hungry Box conversation, I was just like thinking to myself, like, if Melee had like a dedicated like patching service where they were trying to rebalance the game, would they nerf Hungry or would they nerf Puff? And I'm like, man, I don't fucking know, dude. I feel like they would. With everybody bitching about him.
They probably would because everyone's bitching about it.
Yep, they probably do something.
And then you realize it was literally one person who got the character nerfed. Thanks for being good.
Let's see. So
hey, he's good, dude. I never said he wasn't. He's amazing.
I know.
He's a top fucking competitor.
Hey, I understand that people don't like Hungry Box and people don't like his personality.
He's
what
kind
he
of a
is.
scumbag.
Honestly.
Hey, cool.
I would always say, you know what? Be a scumbag. Do whatever you got to do. At the end of the day, if you are getting W's, does it matter though? Do you walk home with a trophy?
Well, I mean, as long as you aren't fucking low tier god and you're a fucking baby.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
exactly.
Let's see.
See, if low tier god.
I'm not trying to say that HBox is low tier god. He's not.
No.
All right.
Dramatic is the Wagner player. Oh, Dramatic Red Blade is the
Red Blade. Okay.
Wagner player. Let's see. Lost Soul won Guilty Gear. That's pretty expected.
Teresa got beat by Kid Viper, I think.
Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, Koji Cog, KOG, with that fucking Waldstein Tager team, won cross tag against
dude,
against Base, who plays Mitsuru Yuzu.
Is Mitsuru like the best point character in the game?
I mean, the patch just came out. We have no idea.
Oh well, I mean,
the game has such a weird dynamic to where like I don't know who would be. I mean, you don't really have points and angles.
Everyone said like everyone used to say like Mitsuru and like Yuzu were like top tier. This is old patch. Top tier point characters.
I mean, I would say like that. I mean, again, this game doesn't really, you don't really have a point and anchor kind of thing in Cross, because you have to switch between everything so often. It really forces that. But like Mitsuru Yuzu, I mean, it's a popular team. Like both Base and Flux, especially Flux, play that team. Yeah, there's Mitsuru Yuzu, Merkava Blake, Carmine Jin, Nine Aurier, Ruby Gordeau, Makoto Naoto. Lots of cool variety. Akihiko Azriel. Red Azriel is really crazy. Hakumin Gordeau. Yeah, lots of crazy teams. Say, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite top 8 was fucking sick as well. That was one of my favorites.
They started singing "Somebody's Getting Fucked."
Yeah, it was great. I forget which match that was.
Somebody's getting. If I get the video where you play the music.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Shout outs to the Marvel community, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was great. It was a good showing. People come out and support. It's really like MCI tournaments have really been good. Still,
here you go, dude. Just play this while you explain it.
This top 8 in particular was really solid.
Somebody's getting
Somebody's getting fucked. Speaking of getting fucked, Sonic Fox get body. You didn't win in K11, haha. Scar won. Apparently, Sonya and Jackie Briggs are just fucking retarded in this game, and so that was your grand finals.
Yeah. Sonic Fox beat Tweety. Like, I think he did something like hefty to him, like in game. I don't know what he did. I think he mercied and killed him or something like that to Tweety. But then he got to grand finals and got fucking destroyed.
Sonic Fox did that?
Yeah. I want like they closed Combo Breaker with MK, which is actually really cool. I like the fact that
that's been pretty typical, right? They've been a big MK.
One Street Fighter. Was it Punk?
Street Fighter Punk one with K.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah.
He's back on the train, dude. Everyone stopped playing the game. Now he's getting good again.
Man, Punk. There was a team exhibition tournament for Under Night going on, and Punk was in there playing Phonon. Doing really well, actually. I was like, oh, he plays this game. Okay, that's cool.
I think Punk kind of just picks up everything and be like, I'm kind of thick at this, man.
This is weird to actually see it.
You ain't seen my phone on yet. Fuck Dragon Ball.
Fuck some damn
Fuck
wagon
the
ball.
wagon.
All right, I have one more request for you, Dax.
Huh.
Take this picture.
Okay.
Where the hell did guy accident? But all right, take this picture, and then what you do is you put it on stream
Okay.
on the corner here.
I could listen to punk read.
You put it in the corner. You want me to put
Yeah.
this over? Tell you what. I know what I'll do.
Hey, put the word side bets under him.
Hold on. I'm just gonna here. I know what I'll do.
Say I got 10 on him.
I'm gonna be fair to the original tweet here. 1 second.
I can read punk read audiobooks for hours.
I bet, dude.
Sorry, 1 second. Trying to place this. There you go.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. There you go, Asa. Anyway.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, no, it was super sick. The tournaments I didn't watch. I didn't see Third Strike. I think J1 won that. I didn't see Soul Calibur. I think Linkors won that. I forget who he plays. Didn't really watch MK. I haven't seen Tekken yet. Want to.
I'm telling you,
though.
man.
I'm looking forward to it. I've heard nothing but good things. I would have watched it if I was able to, if I had time. Sit down and watch it, but definitely looking forward to it.
I have a general question for you boys.
Huh.
What's up?
So when it comes to a fighting game tournament, if there is a lack of hype matchups or like a hype top 8, does that detract from your like? Let's say you're just like watching a stream. Does that detract from your viewing experience?
Somewhat, yeah.
Yeah, if I'm there, not super much, because like if I get bored, I'll just
No,
Because there's other
setup.
shit going on.
There's other shit going on. I'll find a setup to fuck around with. I'll
Yeah.
just go to a bar and fucking drink or something while I watch it on the
Yeah.
screen.
Mhm.
If I'm watching a stream though, and this has been the case for years. I mean, if I'm watching a stream and I see the top 4 and it's just like it's just matchups and people I've seen play a ton already. Like, okay, good example. It was such a dry year for Street Fighter. It was AE prior to the 2012 when for like 6 or 7 months every fucking grand finals at every major was just fucking J1 versus Ricky Ortiz, Rufus Mir.
I will never not hear the story
And-
about Jay Wong and Ricky Ortiz
and
killing
it was just so constant. It's where you get to like the top 6 and you're like, I know what's gonna happen and I don't care. Turn off.
Yeah, that's me in Melee, dude.
And
That's me in Melee.
I would leave it on in the background just to see if something would happen. But like I would barely pay attention to it because I'm just like I'm so
Yeah.
fucking bored. You know, it just is what shit like that comes and goes. It just kind of happens. Like you even like watching Under Night, it's like it's still really exciting to watch, but part of me is like, it's just like I knew Clear Lamp's gonna win. It's fine.
Yeah.
It was a lot more exciting at fucking Climax of Night because there was I can't remember his fucking name. I feel so bad. The Enkidu player. Not, or am I thinking? Wait, or was it Katsuki? Am I thinking Squish? No, I'm not thinking Squish. I forget who it was. But like I was really, it wasn't so much like fuck Clear Lamp. I was just like, oh, it'd be really cool to see him win with fucking Enkidu. So I was like really into that match, and it was still really good. And I still like watching Clear Lamp play, but yeah, there are some cases where it's like if it was another year of Under Night and like every major was just Clear Lamp winning, like over time, I'm like, I'm not really going to be paying attention to it as much.
Right.
And that's nothing against the players or no disrespect to the event or anything else that's going on. It's just a matter of like, okay, how many times do you want to watch the same thing happen?
This matchup.
Right? Like this particular matchup and this kind of thing happen. Especially when it's so often the same players and you start to just kind of know, you see enough of how they play and you see enough things where you just kind of know what to expect in places. And that's what that was kind of the miraculous thing about Marvel 3 for me, is that it didn't matter. It never mattered to me. And maybe that's just because I love the game so much, but it never mattered to me how many times I saw grand finals with Chris G and Morgan. never mattered. Always hype as fuck every single time.
Yeah.
Because as time went on with the game, there would be moments where there might be a tournament where he kind of sweeps a bit and people are still figuring it out, and then a month later he'll go to like CEO or something, and people are starting to come out with some anti-Morgan shit. Like stuff like that in that game developed very fast when people were really, really active with it, and people didn't really want to. It was one of those things where it's like, we like the game enough to where we're going to try to develop specific teams and scenarios around this person's specific fucking playstyle and this specific team, because we want to figure out how to beat it. What do we want to fucking do with it, rather than just like dropping the game and say, oh well, this is the meta now, I don't give a fuck. Because the last year or so of that game, like I'm not gonna say of its life, it's still being played, but the last major year of its life before MVCI came out, fucking Ryan LV with fucking Chun-Li, Morgan, Phoenix, and he did not play Morgan the same way that
Hell
Chris
no,
did.
he did not.
Especially because Morgan was second. Like Chun was usually on the screen, because most of the time when Ryan LV won a game, he didn't lose a character.
Yeah.
Or if he did, they would snap out, they would try to get Phoenix in, and they would kill Phoenix and Morgan, and then Chun would come in with level 3 X Factor and just like sweep, because no one's ready for the fucking movement.
Yeah.
So there was always developments where I never really felt like bored of it, like a lot of other people did, where it was like, oh, it's gonna be another Morgan. It's like, yeah, but it's still pretty cool. In its own way.
Bro, I don't care who you are. If you watch Marvel 3, Marvel Infinite, and then Zero pops that level 1 and you hear now, I'm like, it's fucking on, yo. Check out these fucking lightning loops. It's the coolest shit in the world. Or like it's fucking Virgil. He pops X Factor, he goes into DT, and he's summon swords.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the mix? Like, this is the coolest shit in the world. I don't know. It's a big factor for me, personally. Well, I mean, it's not the biggest factor in the world, because I could watch something
more power.
I could watch KOF 14 or 13 and be thoroughly engaged and fucking enjoy that. Like, one of the best top 8s ever, like grand finals, even KOF 13 from Evo 2013 or 2012 or something like that. When the one that Ronald won, bro.
Yeah. I remember that.
It was so good. And it wasn't the crowd wasn't going fucking absolute ape shit. They were getting kind of hype, but that was like the story back then, man. It's fucking the Americans coming back and taking them out, like taking out the Japs, you know, the dirty invaders onto Evo soil. We're here to beat them. I don't know. But yeah, no, I personally think like that was part of the reason why. I mean, this last combo breaker at Tekken, the part of that, the whole crowd was into it.
Yeah.
The whole crowd was into it, and it gets you into it too, because you're just like you're looking for the same thing everyone else is, and it's super fun.
I guess I'm trying to like boil it down, I guess, in my head, and I guess a lot of it kind of comes down to, I mean, you'd have to tell me this yourself from personal experience, but when it came to like anti-puff tech, I mean, it existed, and you would play a character a certain way, like you'd have to play Fox a specific way, or Falco a specific way in order to beat the character, and I'm like, that's fine, but the dynamic of the fight itself, or the dynamic of the matchup, was still always in Puff's control, and so it always turned into this just like, all right, I'm going to stay on this side of the screen for 30 seconds, and you're going to stay on that side of the screen for 30 seconds. And we're not going to, like, touch each other at all. We're just going to play a little baby steps.
I'd play the same, you know what? And I feel like this is just a different dynamic from, like...
I mean, I get it as a player. That's like, I get it. That's what you would do. And I'm not trying to blame the players. I'm just kind of like, it's not like hate the player. I mean, it's literally just like, don't hate the player, hate the game. And it's like, in that moment, I'm just like, I hate Melee. I hate that this exists, because there's nothing that you can do outside of just preventing Puff from existing to prevent this sort of fight from happening.
I think it's Tekken 6 or Tekken 5. Tekken had that issue, but it was with Bob and down.
Oh yeah, no, everybody played fucking Bob, didn't they?
Bob down 1. Literally, when they announce that character, you can hear an audible from like the big crowd reaction. You can hear an audible, no! No one wanted Bob. They added the character. He's not the same character he was, but he completely ruined a Tekken. Like an Evo top 8 with Tekken. Completely. Yeah, like Tekken didn't show up. That's just because of the character. And that's understandable. Like that's what everyone feels like when they see Puff. But then again, there's only one guy doing it. So you don't have to deal with 5 of them.
Sure.
And it's just more or less like, hey, let's get good. Let's get this guy out so we can have a good melee shine in time.
Dude, you know what the grimy? I mean, this is just like a personal thing, but the grimy thing about HBox, and this is kind of, this triggers my like my FGC senses, and it just kind of ticks me off, is that he would actively tell other Puff mains not to play friendlies with them, with other people. Like if there was anybody like in the top 50 who wanted to play friendlies with not even just like HBox but other Puff mains, he would say don't play them.
Yeah, see, that's
don't play
lame.
friendlies with them.
And
he just wouldn't play friendlies with anybody else. And I mean, like, sure, that's your prerogative. I understand that as a competitor. It's still kind of grimy to me, but if that's what you want to do, you do you. But like literally actively telling other people don't play friendlies.
See, that's grimy.
That to me is just like, okay, I can't, this is stupid. This is so fucking dumb.
Hey, remember Leffen's the villain, by the way, dude. What are you doing?
Leffen's like the true FGC villain. It's great. You love to hate him, but like he embodies everything about fighting games and what I love about them.
I love the fact that he could play something else. That's what I like. That's what I like. But yeah, no, I watched Combo Breaker, man. It was good. Me liking, me excited for Evo. Evo.
Right around the corner.
CEO is in a couple months. DreamHack, Austin, couple weeks. It's gonna be fun.
What's the next big major aside from CEO?
DreamHack Austin. I mean, I guess it's a minor major. It's one of those. But I mean, I think it's just CEO. Because after Evo, it's SCR normally.
Right.
For majors, yeah, I think it's just CEO and then Evo.
Okay. That'll be cool. Excited about that.
All right. Yeah. Overall, man, I think I'm just excited for fighting games, honestly, man. I want Evo to be done so they announce Street Fighter 6 and we can get rid of that game.
Right. Want the next like wave of shit.
And I want that next wave, like that new wave of coming in, like new games.
Well,
and shit.
it's been frustrating because like there are new games that have been coming out, like we haven't really been interested, like stuff like MK and whatnot. We haven't been super interested in. Like Street Fighter they've just been super in the dark about everything, so we have no fucking idea. Like Shib's been frustrated about that. Like Dragon Ball's really big. They dropped DT Goku, but like they don't, we don't. I mean, I guess it's gonna be Janemba now.
I mean, we know
it's been really weird how they've been putting things out and just like.
I don't like individual releases. I don't like individual releases. I'd prefer to take a little time, give us all 6 characters, have fucking ones. I'll shell out 25 for a whole set. I'll shell out 35 for a whole set of characters. I don't fucking care. Just give me the fucking, like, do the Ultra. Make fucking Dragon Ball Dragon Ball Fighter Super Arcade Edition 2015. I don't care. I just want new characters, and I want them all. Like, when Ultra came out, you know what I immediately did? I played Poison, and then I tried out Hugo, and then I tried out the Capray, and then I tried out the other characters, and I was like, man, the Capray, cool. Me played the Capray. I got the choice right in my hands, right in my palm. I didn't have to play Poison, be stuck with Poison for fucking 6 months, and then go, well, I guess the Capray's coming out in 3, so I guess I'll wait and not play the game. No, I got to play it all right there, then and there. I don't know. I hate individual release, but that's just how everyone's doing it.
I wouldn't mind it so much if there was just more of a set, consistent schedule that you could look forward to. That'd be one thing, but it's always like really, really, really vague and weird, especially from Namco Bandai.
Yeah,
Like, it's weird to think back to like Street Fighter 4 coming out, and then like a year later, just super fucking 10 characters. Like, fuck.
That's so nutty.
That's wacky.
So cool though. Like that. And I
It
feel
was
like
a great
that's just
set
how.
of characters. It was a great like that's why I love. I didn't play vanilla Street Fighter. I started with Super, but like that looking back on it, that's a great additional set of characters to add. Just like the whole got like Adon, T-Hawk, fucking DJ, Cody, Guy, Makoto, Dudley. Come on, like that's great. That's a great setup.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Jerry, Hakan.
Yeah. Shit, what is this? Hold on.
Hmm.
Oh shit, it's a brand new video.
What?
This is that combo breaker right now.
Raw FG.
This is posted yesterday. Poke Chop was playing.
Oh no! Oh, this. It would be Poke Chop. That's great.
He's that dude in the corner in the bottom
Yeah.
left. That is Poke Chop. If you've never been been to a tournament and you haven't heard Poke Chop going, "Alright, yo, I got 10 on a Korean. I got 10 on a Korean." Hey, you ain't really living.
He's
I'll
come
tell you that
to
right
he's
now.
come to several of our events here years and years ago. Like he would come through to Memphis and come out. And man, he would make his presence known. It's funny.
Oh
as,
yeah.
funny as fuck.
I
He really
fucking
pissed some
love-
people off. I thought it was hilarious. I'd be watching from the distance, just cackling.
He's fucking hilarious. It's just what it is about. That's fighting games in general. If you
Yeah.
haven't been to a tournament and you haven't heard Poke Chop just start going, or his boys going, you ain't been to a tournament. You just haven't. You haven't been there yet. That's when you know, when you end up to a major and you just hear "Arr, arr, arr," random bunking from some dude.
It gets weird.
Because he's like, "I'm a hound on you. I'm a hound on you." He just starts barking. You're like, "God damn!" And then like one of his boys will whip out like an old comical bone, and be like, "Here you go. Here you go. This is yours now. This is yours now." It's great. Fighting games are awesome. Go to an event. Watch
Absolutely.
Tekken Top 8 from Combo Breaker. Literally, if you don't think it's cool, you don't ever talk to me ever again.
Jesus.
Oh, very
If you
nice.
can't watch that and be like, "Man, that was sick." See, hey, bye, Felicia. Anyways, what other stuff happened this week, dude?
I'm trying to think of anything that kind of stood out.
Oh yeah. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys here, let's do a quick plug. Nice in between here. If you guys like what you're watching or listening to, be sure to follow the channel at twitch.tv/dinnerwiththeboys. If you guys are on YouTube right now listening, yeah, do it, dude. Come on, what the hell? I don't know what. At least follow us. If you ain't gonna watch us live. What the fuck?
Alright.
If you guys miss any episodes, be sure to check out the archive. ! YouTube in the chat. ! Twitter. Follow us on Twitter at DWTB. We also have a Discord. ! Discord. Come in, show us your best lady girl pictures that you got, and put them in the not safe for world picture. It's great. We love anime titties.
Really do.
Also, if you guys are eating right now or getting food, like I think what we should do every Monday we should make everybody, no matter what they're eating, I don't give a fuck what you're eating. If you could be eating a TV dinner, take a picture of it and put it in the Discord in the food section. We want to see what you're eating. Are you eating a kid cuisine right now by yourself? Cool, take a picture of it. Show it to us, dude. I want to see.
Yeah,
I
they're
wanna
gonna
see
take a
your kid
picture and they're
cuisine.
gonna be like, "Nah, I'm with my boy."
No, I'm with
We had
my
20
boy!
dudes in a small room, all holding kid cuisines.
Exactly. That'd be yeah. Cool. But yeah, thanks for all the follow and support. I know we're short staffed today, but kind of I mean,
It's Memorial
God,
Day.
dude.
People are busy, dude. People
The
out
side
getting
bed dude's here. He's
people out getting their people. Yeah, we got the side bed guy, and people are getting the prostate exam. So you know, it's all
Exactly.
good.
Hey,
We out here.
things happen. So we're big chilling. Anyways, yeah, follow us and all that jazz. If you're not, tell your friends about it. Thanks. Cool plugs. Sponsor us.
Please.
DX Racer.
Please.
Yes.
Come on,
Casual
guys.
play.
Please. Whoa.
Uh,
Oh, these things are comfy,
how-
dude.
How? God damn! How can you be short-staffed if Vash isn't here? God, Vash was getting bullied the other night on his Twitch, and it just cascades into every other stream apparently.
Yeah.
This man was getting bodied.
Yeah.
I think Nightish said some fucked up shit.
Fun to do.
It was fun to do.
Fun.
They started roasting me. It was bullshit. I didn't ask for anything.
I didn't want to be roasted.
Whatever, dude.
Here you
Oh
are,
man.
and here you are.
Oh well. Such is life.
But yeah, what else happened this week, man? Like, I don't know.
I feel like there are a couple of things, but I can't. I'm trying to think of stuff. Oh, random. A very amusing thing I was watching a little bit of yesterday. So, I guess apparently some people just started fucking around on Twitch and okay, so Valve has that game, that first game they put out in ages, Artifact. It's some like Dota card game.
Yeah,
So
Rhea
this
told me about
shitty like Dota card game that no one gives a fuck about. And basically some people wanted to just like rip on how unsuccessful this game was and how Valve is just not fucking doing anything. So they were
Which
going,
they don't need to
which
because they have Steam and they
yeah.
are they have fuck you money.
Yeah, they have
Like-
fuck you money. They're also kind of a fuck you company. But so what they did, they were going on to Twitch, making accounts under and streaming under the game Artifact, but just, I mean, whatever the fuck. Anything from, hey, we're gonna marathon every episode of Arthur, to like, here's fucking straight up Boku no Pico shot of porn, fuck you, whatever.
Here's
And just
actual
doing whatever.
gay porn.
Some of them were like playing Artifact in the small corner while like they had TV shows and everything running. Some people were just blasting fucking. Some people were posting awful
Inward
shit.
Streams, Ice Poseidon.
That awful shooting, the UK shooting, the one that's in like first person where people were playing that.
Yeah.
All sorts of wacky shit. Most of it was that one was that's like, come on, stop. Most of them were funny. Someone streamed the entirety of Endgame over the course of like 19 different streams every time they got cut. Someone was streaming the Aladdin movie, like all sorts of shit.
Dude.
And so you would go through, and I think it's probably still like that right now. If you go through the Artifact section on Twitch, like it's just a bunch of just random bullshit. There's just like the thumbnails are hysterical. Like the thumbnails are actually hysterical. Like, I'm gonna look through right now.
Oh my god.
Who killed Captain Alex? That's the first one. Ricardo, someone streaming Redline. They all marketed this way. It's called Artifact Redline DLC, so they marked Redline, and someone's playing Guitar Hero. Porn. Just a bunch of random shit. And some people are actually playing just games. Like one person's playing BB Tag, the other person's playing Risk of Rain. There are people playing stuff.
Yeah, but all of their titles are
put
like
it
Artifact and chill.
Right. Yeah, it's just fucking with you. So it's just been this funny thing. It's based on the viewer count. It's come to it. The meme is dying already, which is good. That's like this should be like a one night thing. But it was really funny. It was really funny.
For that one moment.
For a bit,
great.
yeah. Just seeing, because people were just constantly just doing random bullshit. So we have some really good screen caps. People on Twitter. There's a video of someone did a screenshot, and it's just censored enough by accident, just based on the position of the figures in the frame, to where it's like, man, this Artifact game is crazy, and it's just some awful like screenshot of a CG, like this terrible CGI movie of some girl getting like fucked by a horse, and it's just the context of the tweet is so funny. It's great. It was a fun little night. I was checking it every so often to see what the thumbnails were, and you saw there were some weird things on there. So people were playing like all the John Wick movies, like all sorts of shit. It's really,
dude, hell yeah.
It was really stupid. But yeah, so that was fun. It was a fun little night. I feel like there's one or two other things that just things that were going on over the course of the week that I don't know why they aren't coming to mind.
Yeah, same, honestly.
I feel like there was something, there was stuff during the week I was like, oh, we can talk about that on the cast, but can't remember it now.
What about do we have any side orders right now while we think about shit that we can
I think we do. Because again, this is gonna be a fairly short cat, huh?
Yeah, this isn't gonna be too long. Just let everyone know where they can ask questions real quick.
Oh yeah,
you can
for
go
sure.
on Twitter with the hashtag DWTB side order. Send that in, and we will answer your questiones. So we got a small handful. We got enough to ask here. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not missing any here. We're good. All right. So you just want to go into it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why
Cool.
not?
Cool. Yeah. Let's see. From from Luke at Redgrave Flame. It says, how do you feel about the supposed Catherine full body localization changes? And how do you feel about the localization changes in general? Do you feel that these types of changes are a slippery slope? And when do you consider the changes to go too far? I may, because I don't know how much y'all, did either of you play Catherine? Originally?
No.
I may actually save this one for the next cast, just because there's stuff I need to look into that I'm not sure about. I've only seen little bits and pieces. We talked about it very briefly a while ago, where basically there's a transgender character, male to female, Erica, who gets like this alternative. There's an alternative ending that I don't even know if it takes place before or after. There's a bunch of different factors where I need to look into it and research it before I understand whether or not they actually went as far with this little change as they did with one of the endings, where basically like she ends up not being actually like transgender by the end of it. And but there's another thing about her essentially having like her dead name, basically it's enabled Eric in the credits instead of Erica. Apparently that was changed, which is understandable. I think I want to say I heard something about the English localization team like saying specifically they were going to change that and like rewrite some things to just sound better. I don't know, like I don't know how much of it is intentional, like what the motivations are behind certain things, how much of the translation is accurate from forum posts and things I've seen. Like I don't know enough of that shit now. So I really can't say. I don't know how the endings and the timeline stuff works. It's a bunch of weird stuff. So I'm actually going to hold off on that, look more into it, and then answer this question next week. But I do appreciate the question, Luke, because that does remind me that I need to look into this. So I apologize if I can't answer that immediately, but I will get on that as soon as possible. Another question from Nightish at Nightish1. What's a game franchise you'd really want to get into for whatever reason, but haven't gotten to yet? I want to say we answered something like this a while ago.
We have done this sort of
What
thing.
did we? What were? Do you remember what our answers were, kind of briefly?
Mine was Metal Gear Solid.
Mine was Persona.
I think mine was Tales. Tales of games.
I think so. I think it was Tales of.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that was that. Yeah. I hate not to like have the why, but I guess like if you go back a couple of VODs or a couple, check the archive, check the YouTube archive, and check the side order portion there, and see if you're more curious about what our reasons were. Plus, you have Shib and Vash typically. Did Vash say his combat? No, Vash he said some wacky shit. Fucking.
Oh, I don't remember what he said.
Fucking Yandere Dev or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yandere Simulator. I don't know. I was curious about this one because I wanted to ask y'all if you knew more about this. I hadn't really looked into this yet, but Lepew at Lepew06 asked, "What are your thoughts on this gaming disorder?" Y'all hear about this?
Oh yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Where the I forget what those at the United States Health Department or something like that actually classified a gaming addiction as a disorder.
Yeah, and that's going to go into. I think that's going into effect March 2022. Something
And
like
I
that.
guess it's the sort of thing where you can classify it now so that you can actually get it's easier for you to get medication for it if you go that route. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's a matter of the World Health Organization, right? They declared it.
Right.
I guess it's a matter of like I don't know. I don't really know enough about this kind of stuff to understand like what all it would entail or what it would do negatively or positively. Other than sounding weird and kind of being a joke for a bit until it dies down, until it actually comes into effect.
Right. So I think I don't know the way that I have heard it from peeps is that basically the disorder, it becomes a disorder when someone is actually like destructively addicted to
Right.
like video
It has
games.
to be an extreme. It's not just like, oh well, we see that your calendar marks you've played 35 hours of WoW this week, so ooh, you might want to pop some pills.
It's
like no, it's
not
for
anything like that.
It's for the people who are in those what are they fucking calling, like Japan and China and stuff, where you go in those little booths.
PC bong.
Is that what it is? PC.
Wait.
Where you
yeah,
you'll have your little booth, where I thought there's a term in Japan especially where you have your little booth and you have your little computer and TV and whatnot. PC bong, is that?
I guess.
I feel like I've heard a different term, but okay, well, y'all know what I mean. Where they just and they'll just go and some people live in that shit, some people whatever. Where people will just be found at their computer dead because they just sacrificed they're like, oh, I don't need to stop and drink water. I'm playing, and they'll just find them dead. Net cafe, that's what I'm kind of thinking of. But yeah, so like people will just be found dead, and it doesn't happen super often, but it happens. Like every year, it's happened for a long time. Ever since fucking EverQuest came out, it's been over. So no, like yeah, those people, it's like yeah, there might be something wrong with your fucking brain to get you to the point where you're so willing to deprive yourself of necessities to be at your computer that you actually keel over and fucking die.
Or like it's destructive to your like workplace or something like that, or like you're just straight up not going to school anymore. And I mean, a lot of that there's like a different, I mean, I don't know, there's levels to that when it's just like, oh, you know, I'm gonna not go to class and I'm just gonna play video games all day, and a lot of that's more or less like just laziness potentially, and just kind of like lack of urgency, I guess, or like, you know, well, you know, or lack of responsibility or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, it's not just like, oh well, you know, I play video games all the time. It's like, no, if
like,
if you are,
I can't stop.
If you actually find it difficult to stop playing games to the point where it actually is affecting like your relationships, your life, then yeah, it's a disorder, which I think the majority of people can agree with. It's just we've heard like horror stories and just really bad shit about people, like in like potentially parents and shit like that, where they're just like, you're literally not allowed to play video games because we just think it's bad for you, even though it's not doing anything bad to you at all. And a lot of that is just like, you know, actual abusive parenting and shit. But
yeah,
this is a little bit more, you know, it's something that people can agree with, I think.
I feel like there's also it also comes down, like, the reason why this is becoming a thing is like there's a lot of kids that are
I don't know what the fucking lobbying is behind this sort of shit, but I guess it's just kind of like popping up nowadays. It's just, I don't know.
Hey, whatever, man.
I think
if it doesn't affect, if they're not trying to break into my fucking home, FBI open up, have these fucking pills right now. I don't care.
It's more. I think the main thing people are I would assume are kind of worried about right now, and one of the major reasons as to why I think this has started to become more prevalent, is that number one, Fortnite, number two, smartphones. And games that are, and just gaming in general on smartphones. I think Fortnite's obviously a big one, but in general.
Oh, thank you.
What the fuck?
It's got Reese's.
Hey, while you receive that, how about, hey, BB, get out the ring and get on one knee, and, you know, hey, it's about that time, my friend.
It's
like,
about that time.
Fuck?
But yeah, no, I think just the accessibility, how you can just, I mean, you could be at that shit all the fucking time. You know how kids are, and it's like, I think there's enough factors, especially with how popular this stuff is, with how accessible it is, to where it's not just like, oh yeah, every one in however many kids has a Game Boy. It's like every motherfucker's gonna have a phone.
My kid's getting my Game Boy SP that I bought when I was a kid, and I'm gonna say, yeah, have fun with that till you're 15.
Well, but I think
like you ain't getting no fucking fun phone when you're 5 years old.
Right?
Are you fucking kidding me? Hell no.
Dude, my what is it? My half sister. And at this point in time right now, she's like 10 or 11 or something like that. When she was like 8 years old, she already had a fucking iPhone.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what the like, first of all, you can't believe that you're fucking privileged enough to get this shit. Number two, you shouldn't be fucking having this technology at this age. Like,
I'll give my kid a fight stick if he wants to run sets and third strike. Hey, bet kid, hey, pull up. Hey, pull up. You can't beat this Ryu, bitch. But you know what? Until then, you ain't getting no damn iPhone until you can beat me in third strike, bitch. That's what I'm gonna tell. That's what I'm gonna tell my kid. Till you can beat me in Tekken, you ain't getting no damn phone.
I definitely think there is some sort of correlation being had between, you know, the amount of kids that have access to that kind of technology, how accessible that technology is,
And those kids get hooked, man.
yeah, and how
And I mean,
much there is available,
parents-
how like major, how, you know, you have these major games that are available on these platforms. They can go anywhere with them. They can do this shit all the time, and a lot of parents too. Like I'm assuming what BB was gonna say, just let them have it. Yeah, it's like, well, he's being quiet. Fuck yeah, all right, cool. Like, sweet, he's got his fucking game, and you know that's look, fucking. I'm still very appreciative of the fact that my parents gave me the leniency that I had to a degree with when it came to the computer back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
the late 90s, early 2000s. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have my own computer until
I didn't have my own
like
computer until I was 16.
91, 2001. I was like 14 or so. It was like 2004 or so. When I had one, because I remember, because that was like the year Unreal Tournament 2K4 out, and that's all I fucking played on that thing. 'Cause I just wanted to play Unreal Tournament 2K4, and I finally had my own computer, but we had to keep it out on the landing, outside my room. And then when I turned 18, they were able to put it in. I was watching porn all the time, and they were catching me all the time, but it was still on the landing. And then eventually I turned 18, and I was like, haha, so whatever, bring it in. This hard drive's gonna be loaded up. But man, like, I just, all the fucking time, I was just online on Newgrounds and DeviantArt and wherever the fuck I wanted to go, and I was finding all sorts of weird shit, but I found a lot of cool shit too. And it was just, and I figured it out for myself, but, like, I mean, there were some cases where I look back on certain things and it's like, yeah, I mean, you know, a little bit more restriction probably would, you know, a couple extra eyes here and there probably would have kept me from seeing certain things that, you know, could have gone unseen. It's just how it just, you know, hey, we all click that link. Ooh, what's a lemon party? You know, it's like, well,
Hey,
now,
those are
now
our formative years.
now
dude.
now I know now I learned very early on, like, I'm not into that still to this day. Lemon party, nope, not into it.
You know what? I am 100% appreciative to my parents. They gave me tons of leniency. I could use their computer whenever, if I was being a good kid, if I wasn't fucking up in school, if I wasn't being a fucking jackass. They'd let me on my fucking Game Boy. They let me use their computer. I literally would used to go, because my parents had two computers in that, my mom's computer and my dad's. So if my dad was playing like Pinochle on Yahoo Game back in the day, I would go on my mom's computer and then join his game on my Yahoo account and just fuck up everything because I didn't know how to play fucking Pinochle. And he'd be pissed off and he'd be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna play a 4. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I used to play Yahoo games all the fucking time, just card games. I didn't really know what I was doing, but it was fun. Did I get a lot of ASLs? Yes, I did. I didn't know what that shit meant. No one told me, so I never knew. I never talked to anyone mean. No one wanted to touch me.
But even then, it's such a big thing. Was that, I mean, these were computers with relatively slow internet. You couldn't access stuff very quickly. You know, you couldn't do a lot of stuff at the speed and the time that you have now. Like, nothing was as accessible. There wasn't as much content for it, and in general, you only had so much time in the day to be sitting around on a computer, especially if it was like a public computer, family computer, where my fucking sisters want to be on and shit. But now it's like, I mean, you can have little fucking 11-year-old Bobby can chill in his bed at you know, 10 p.m. past his bedtime. All his parents are asleep, and he's looking up fucking the most ridiculous horsecock furry porn on his fucking iPhone 10. You know, and it's one of those things where it's like, you got to figure out how to, you know, it's a different time. You got to figure out how to regulate that shit differently. But when it comes to, when it comes to gaming though, it's just, it's so accessible. It's just so accessible for long periods of time. And there's a lot of very addicting shit to where I think I want people to approach this whole disease disorder announcement thing with that kind of mindset. 'Cause I think a lot of people are thinking too much in their own experiences growing up. And saying like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, whatever. And it's like, games are marketed differently. I think a lot of it is really it's phone shit. It's the way they're marketed differently, the way those platforms operate, the way they encourage people to keep going. Like, it's like the general phone app game design and the way they get you to spend money and things, on top of just eager kids who want to be on the next big thing, is a brutally awful combination that parents unfortunately have to deal with right now.
Phones
It's just-
control
just how it
people
is.
like I mean, I don't know how you guys had it going on when you were kids, but like when it came to social media and like me in high school, it was just mostly like Facebook, and it was like that was it.
Yeah,
it was
Facebook,
and
it was
people
AOL
texting each
Instant
other.
Messenger, MSN, MySpace, Facebook, like one after. And I would still use MSN for certain things, but generally in terms of communicating with people and getting together in groups and whatnot, it was one, then the other, then the other, then the other. It was just like one takes over the other. And now there's so many things that are all integrated.
I had an AIM. I only got an AIM later. AIM was for Halo people. MSN was for RuneScape people. I never added anyone from school who used AOL, even though everyone did and I did not. MySpace was a huge thing.
Yeah.
All the way up until like my sophomore year of high school. And then everyone started to transition over. Like some people started to it was like junior, senior year when people started transitioning to Facebook, but everyone was still updating their MySpace. Yeah. And then like 2011, 2012, Facebook just like, but up until 2013, I used Facebook all the time. And then 2013 happened and I haven't been on Facebook in fucking months. I go on to go make sure my local is still going on, like the event is still going on that day, and then I get off. I think I have like 150 notifications on there. I don't fucking care. That place is worthless.
Well, yeah, like Asa, the thing about that is that like you bring up like a really good point that you don't really pay attention to that shit once you get out of high school or once you go to college or whatever, because for kids that don't really have much freedom, like when they're like 13 to fucking 16, 17, 18, they don't really have much freedom outside
I'm
of like
gonna tell you this
like,
right now, if you're under the age of 18, you ain't free.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're basically, living with, either like a parental guardian or parents or whatever. But your social, the social media is basically your entire life. Like clicks, like
you have,
your popularity.
It's something you have control over.
School, yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's something that you have control over, and it's basically what you obsess over. It's what matters in your daily life. So that, I guess, really what it comes down to, like when I mention things like Facebook, like MySpace and all that other shit that people just kind of obsess over on a daily fucking basis, is just now that kids are being given phones like earlier and earlier, and just given access to like this big web of social media, people just kind of like obsess over it to such a larger degree that it actually, like fucking Kitty mentioning earlier, like people actually getting depressed, like getting serious depression over just wanting to be part of like the next big thing or not being popular enough or anything like that. And these devices and other shit like that actually just kind of fuels the fire.
Oh, 100%.
They make it even worse because they encourage you to like constantly want to be part of this inclusive thing, constantly wanting to check your MySpace, your Facebook, and always be, included, part of like, the big web.
And like the big thing for me, when I was in high school, I had a cell phone. I never used it. I never brought that shit anywhere. That shit just stayed home. I gave people my house number because, everyone still had house phones at the time. I mean, this was 2006 to 2010 when I was in high school. So, like, I didn't have a cell phone for like I had a cell phone, but I never use it. It was literally underneath like one of my bed frames, like underneath that, just crammed, and it was like a little flip phone, so it didn't break or. It was just there. I just had to move my bed one day, and I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" I had a phone, but like, I can understand, like, even if I have a child in the future, right? I'm not gonna give him a fucking phone, give them a phone when they're fucking 5, right? But when they get to that point to where, okay,
dude,
look,
if I have a kid,
like,
I'm giving them a fucking Game Boy.
Hell
when they're
yeah.
fucking 5, like, and like with the
Hey,
batteries
here's
and
a-
everything. I'm just like, here's your Game Boy, have fun. You'll get a phone when you're fucking like
I'm not. Oh
14
no,
or some
I'm not
shit.
even gonna tell them about a phone. They can learn about a phone. That's
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what? They
sure.
can learn about phones when they go to school and their little kindergarten friends whipping out their iPhone phone, checking out their stocks. All right, no, that's when they can find out about a phone. Till then, you're enjoying that little SP. Don't lose the charger. I'm not getting you another one. Here's the fucking Sapphire, Ruby, and you know what? Here's Blue too. You better play this one first.
I would rather kids be obsessing over just like a little video game world way more than obsessing about their social status and social standing amongst, because that once you fucking get out of high school and like the public schooling system, that shit, like people just don't care about that shit anymore, and people just kind of like wake up and they're just like, wow, dude, why the fuck was I stressing so much about like popularity and being part of like everything in high school? Because like it's toxic. It gets so toxic to a certain degree, and the more that you key into it, the worse it fucking gets.
I never want to be the type of parent to hinder my child in that kind of sense, right? Because my parents never did that to me. Sure, when the PS2 came out, I had a PS1, but eventually we got a PS2, and that shit was sick. Like, I don't know, like over time, like, hey man, I'm gonna give my kid a Genesis because I have a Genesis in the corner.
Oh yeah, sure. And
closet,
eventually I'll give my kid a fucking cell phone, or I'll give him a fucking like I don't want to, like, you know, being part of being accepted and being part of like a group of people in like, even, you know, when you're in high school and shit like that, it's important, you know. It's a natural desire. But like to obsess over that sort of thing is when it hits a point, and it's like, okay, this isn't good for my mental health to be caring this much about what other people think of me. Am I friends with this person on this piece of social media?
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
But
All
you
this
know
fucking
what?
drama.
That is also a thing where you also have to understand that is a big part of social life in general when you're in school. Like,
Right.
I mean, well, I get it. I mean,
It's just so amplified.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because
I'm
there's
not
so
trying
much
to
in your face at one time. That's just way too
I'm not
much.
trying to steal that away from people, but you have to kind of give them perspective. Like, yes, you know, everybody feels this way. Everybody wants to be included, but it's not healthy when you obsess to this degree. It's really not that big of a, it's not as big of a deal as you think it is.
no.
And just to give them perspective, like, hey, just if one particular person doesn't like you on fucking Instagram or didn't like your fucking post or whatever, it's okay.
It's fine.
It's not gonna be that big. It's not gonna be that. You
Man, think back when we were like 18, right? All of us. Just think back at that, and then just think to yourself, now, like what you thought about back then, bro. What the fuck? I was so stupid. Why didn't I enjoy that a lot more back then? You know, because you think about it, fuck, I had no responsibilities back then. I didn't have to do anything. What the fuck? Why did I think that was fucking awesome? No, I was pissed off all the time. I hated my dad. I hated fucking everything. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, no, everybody at that age wants to kind of like grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to grow up, and they want to garner some, you know, more responsibilities, have more freedom, etc. That sort of thing. It's natural.
And then you realize you get out of jail. You may be able to do more things, but can you?
Dude, I turned 18. I brought my computer into my room. I shut that damn door. I was living the best life. So I don't know about you.
I was living
I was
life.
big chilling. I had every tab with every piece of pornography I could possibly find open. I was like, I'm gonna jack in peace. There's no one to stop me.
I enjoyed, like, when I got an Xbox in my room, when I had a computer in my room. I was like, fuck, dude, I could play RuneScape forever.
Yep.
And I could be logged in searching for a game in Halo 3 too. Whoa, this is some next level shit, right? But I mean, it never got to that point where I can now get a nice little slip for my car that I could park in front of grocery stores because of my gaming addiction. I don't know. That's a big thing. It's not. just be kind to your kid and pay attention to them.
Yeah.
If they're
I
if they're fucking up, take away their shit. Don't let them fucking sauce over that shit.
I'm with Dax on this one, where I would chill out about this whole fucking like gaming disorder thing
Yeah.
for now. It's probably not as big of a deal or as big of a meme.
It's gonna happen in
as you think it is
2022.
right now.
It
It's
sounds
gonna
funny
happen in
as shit.
2022, and you know what? By 2023, we'll realize it happened.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Let's see. Let's move through these pretty quick. From Backpack Chan. He says, I just saw Detective Pikachu today and it got me thinking, if you had to pick one Pokemon to be your Pokemon partner, who would you pick and why? Flareon. Because he's fluffy.
Umbreon.
Fluffy, warm, cuddly pillow tail, just chill out, cuddle with my fucking Flareon all the time. Winters are going to be sick. That is the most adorable fucking Pokemon. I will love it and I will have a great life. And it's going to be cute as fuck. Can you imagine how great my Snapchat would be if I had a Flareon? Holy fuck.
Could you
Yeah.
imagine?
Can you fucking imagine? Jesus. Which one did you say, BB?
Umbreon.
Umbreon, is it the water one?
No,
No,
it's
that's
the dark one.
It's the dark one. Ooh.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
got
Yeah. The big long, yeah. Ears.
Big long
think-
ears and everything. It's a lot more like it's not like super furry. It's more sleek and everything. That design is like one of my favorite
It's really
Pokemon
sick.
designs.
Such a cool Pokemon.
And yeah, no, like imagine like walking around at night and having that dude just like chilling with you, walking
Chilling.
with you at night. It's like glowing in the dark and shit. It's like, hell yeah,
Sick.
dude. I'm the coolest motherfucker around.
Fuck,
So,
dude,
what do you think?
this is a lot tougher than I thought it would be.
I'm trying to
Because
think of who
I'd
would be
also
with
say
Ace.
Umbreon, but it's the same. It would be the same thing as BB's, right? So I gotta branch out from there because I like Umbreon. Umbreon's one of my favorite Pokemon.
I'm trying to think of
And
a
I
fitting
also have
Pokemon.
I have
for
tons
you.
of favorite fucking Pokemon. This floating idiot, he would just float here and just hang out with me always. My man Dragonair, just hang out with your boy always. I don't know. Shit. I'd like a little fucking Lopunny. That'd be cool.
You know, I think you would have Asa.
What?
I think you'd have a Meowth, dude.
Oh shit. Bro, I hella would have a Meowth
Yeah, that'd
too,
be sick,
thinking
dude.
about it. I would have a Meowth and a Persian, both of them.
Yeah, dude.
Mm.
Dude, when you find a Skrelp in your deck to the bin,
Kill him!
you would just toss it to the fucking Persian, dude. They'd start ripping it apart. It'd be sick.
Holy shit, I would
there
would
you
have
go.
a fucking Meowth. Holy fuck. See, that's perfect. I like that more where people can look at me and just be like, he'd have a fucking Meowth.
Yeah.
He'd be a jackass.
He would.
Would have a
This fucking dude with his meow. If I knew it.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. Let's see.
When it evolves into a Dragonite, Asa kicks it to the curb. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're not the same. You changed.
All right, so Hake at Jake Videos says, coincidentally came up with a work conversation. Peanut butter and pickle sandwich, yay or nay? Stop.
Nay.
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 Oh man, this is the sort
BB,
of question where we're missing.
Just say
we're
nay.
missing Vash.
and
Hmm?
move
Oh yeah,
on.
nay. Are you
Vash,
fucking kidding me?
Vash would
No.
bring this out to a 30-minute conversation. He's not
yeah.
here. Thank God. Moving on. From Kingdom Hearts 012, good old friend Pedro.
Pedro. What's up, dude?
Pedro, what has been each of your guys' favorite place you've been to while on a vacation or trip? Cedar Point, Sandusky, Ohio. Best amusement park ever made. Ever will exist. Ever to exist. Ever have existed.
I haven't been to a lot of amusement parks.
It's
but
the
I have been to a lot of-
that is my holy land. That is my absolute just favorite place that I could ever be there.
It's not. What is it? The place that I go to on a regular basis isn't nearly as big as like a shit like that. But fucking Worlds of Fun is like an hour away from where I live,
I've always wanted to go there.
and it's
one of those
pretty
parks.
Hey,
cool.
you guys
It's
can
cool,
during the
dude.
Sonic premiere, dude.
Hey,
It's fucking cool.
And I won't be.
Dude, it's gonna be
Right.
February. There's no way that park is gonna be fucking open.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
at
You're right.
Okay.
February.
Yeah, not everything is fucking like Disney.
Yeah, when I get them Snapchats from Dax. Whoa, Aceuhh was here.
Sorry, dude.
I'm so alone.
I am so alone.
Vacation.
Mhm.
Man, like, I don't know. Here's the deal. Like, I go on a lot of vacations, I guess, but, like, I don't ever, like, do anything crazy. Like, I go to a fighting game tournament or I sit in my hotel room the entire time. I've been to all of the 48 mainland states, but, I mean, I'll just say, like, northern Maine is a lot more beautiful than people think. It's actually extremely calming. Fantastic. I like it out there, but vacation or like trip, England. I lived in England for 4 years. And I loved it out there. I thought that place is actually fucking sick. I'd go back in a heartbeat, even though with all the acid attacks and all that. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't live in the city. That is 100% the case. I just wouldn't. I'd live out in the countryside. That'd be way more up my alley, 100%. But that's just me. I don't really like the city, so.
Here's my thing. I've gone on a lot of very nice vacations to really nice places. Because my dad has a pretty well-paying job, and I love them, and I appreciate my dad for like thinking of me and letting me go to these places that I probably normally wouldn't be able to go to, and I have fun every single time I go. But I'm a lot like you, Aceuhh, where it's just like I have fun, but I'm also just like, man, I would rather I really would just love to chill out all the time. I mean, that's kind of like why GDQs are like my perfect vacation. It's just like give me a week with my boys, just where I can walk around a little bit, fucking go out when we need to, and just hang out. That's like my perfect vacation.
Bro, honestly, I feel like if we all live together, after like the initial 3 months of us hating each other because we live with each other, I think at that point.
You think we would hate each other at first?
I think at some point, like we're just gonna get to the point where we're like, fucking, I just want to go home. But after,
Aceuhh, will you please just run the fucking dishwasher, dude? Do the laundry, fucking.
Fine. But I feel like after that it would be like the coolest fucking time if we all were fucking rich and never had to work a day in our fucking lives again, and we could just fucking hang out forever. Sure, it'd be fucking cool. I mean,
I'm here with my boys.
I'm with my boy. Not like that's why I'm saying having a cul-de-sac would be the coolest shit in the world, because we all live down the same street, but we have our own homes. So occasionally, call up each other. Hey, what y'all doing? I don't know. We chilling. Hey, we playing Monopoly. Come through.
Monopoly.
Oh shit.
Hey, bet. Okay. But it just it'd be fun as shit. In our lovely state of Wyoming.
Dude, Vash would be like pushing his fucking peanut butter burger agenda on me every single day we lived together.
Oh, he would be. Take a bite, BB. Come on, dude.
Come on, dude.
I made you a fine meal. I just want you to take a bite. Just put it on your desk. Literally how it would be all the fucking time. If we all lived together, like, it would just be constant jabs. And like, if you didn't come to the house and hear you're gay, I don't think it would be great. If you didn't randomly open up the door, shut up, dude, you're gay. I don't know. Like,
you kiss girls.
You kiss fucking girls, dude. What the fuck?
Oh, you know, my front door would just say no girl kissers.
No,
just be like no girl, and it would be like written in like poor like 4-year-old, the comical like cartoon 4-year-old drawings where like various letters are backwards.
Yeah. That
Right.
shit would...
Dude, oh god, that just reminds me of like an episode of the Boondocks where god, I forget the little girl's name.
Oh,
she's running like a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
And then the evil dude comes up and he's just like, "What the hell is this? What is the sign? What is like why is the N spelled backwards or something? Why is there a Z?" It's like, because I thought it was cute. Cute doesn't sell, little girl.
You don't sell, little girl. Yeah, no, I feel like, yeah, I think I'd go back to England. England was really nice. I really liked living up there.
Cool. There you go. We got 2 more here. Good. We got one from Maction, which we actually answered sometime in the past. But it's Maction says orange juice pulp or no pulp? No pulp.
No pulp.
Answer that
No
real
pulp.
quick. No pulp. All right. Cool. We're on the same page.
Pulp is bad.
And Kitty at the Kitty. What's up, Kitty? Says, yo, when's the SGDQ dinner with the boys panel? Hit up Spike and get that set up.
I mean, we need Spike on the show.
Yeah, we need Spike on the show, absolutely. Priority.
I think we just say, hey, we're doing a cast for 5 hours. We're gonna talk about bullshit. You want in? And be like, I'm in, dude.
There'll be food. Bring your own
There'll
food.
be food. You just gotta bring your own.
Yeah,
We get Spike on here. That'll be fun.
that would be. God, it'd be so stupid.
Well, thank you for the questions, everyone. Appreciate
Thanks.
it.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I know this is a pretty short cast.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask, I mean, after this, is there anything else really kind of going on? Much?
Not really.
Not really. I mean, thinking about it, there ain't. This is that null moment, dude. We don't got really much till E3.
Yeah.
Evo.
Yeah, it's just been, we had a lot of stuff. It's been really quiet this last week. That's why I was trying to kind of rack my brain, see if there's anything major. You know, we're out a couple boys. It's been, it's a holiday today. So, I'm fine with just keeping it kind of chill, short.
Yeah.
Fill out your bingo cards. I got to fill out mine. Don't forget
Fill
that.
out your bingo cards.
Bingo cards?
Terry made
E3
a,
bingo.
well, there's the Terry E3 bingo, but Terry, let me
Terry
actually
made a-
upload it.
oh!
Terry made a really, really nice one. I believe it was Terry that made it. I'm gonna put this on Imgur and link this actually for everyone because I think this is a really cool one to use. But it's not a bingo card; it's a report card.
Oh.
So we got that. That's the report card. But there's also like you can do the standard bingo formation as well. But I really like the report card, which usually people make these, and it's very much in the same line as what people usually make. I just really like Terry's because he made it really, really clean and just a really nice graphic. But yeah, so I need to make one of these. But yeah.
I'm trying to think like what the hell else happened during the week or what we got to look forward to here coming up because there's not too much. Damn.
And the Starburst? What the fuck? What color?
Where's what kind?
It's pink one.
Oh, it's the second best one, but still really good.
All right, dude. All right, while you're at it, BB, go ahead and find that ring in that wrapper somewhere, and hey, one name, will you marry me?
I'm gonna buy some Starburst.
You're
tomorrow,
pissing
man.
me
I want
off,
some
dude.
Starburst. I'm gonna buy some.
Oh
It
man,
looks like a really tasty Starburst.
It's good.
It's good. Oh, okay. Official taste test, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Red,
Official
red is
taste
the
test from
best.
Bloody Biscuits.
It's red,
Pink lemonade.
pink, orange, yellow. Was there a fifth color? No, it's just those, right?
Yeah,
No, it's just those.
Yeah, red, pink, orange, yellow.
yeah. Free. Orange is really good. Orange is underrated, dude. Same with like, like gummy worms. Gummy worms are underrated. Them shits are good as fuck.
Gummy worms. Oh, dude, what is it? The trolley shit. Where it's just,
Yeah,
like, fucking
Regular or sour?
covered in sugar.
yeah.
Sour or regular?
That's sour.
Sour,
I like
right?
sour.
The sour ones, yeah.
The sour one, yeah.
Bro,
The shit that like when you would eat the whole thing, your stomach would just be like, just hate you for.
Oh,
a
yeah.
minute.
You're gonna be
You
like
know-
that guy who ate all the sugar-free gummy bears. Takes the most massive.
literally, you could hear the impact just on the
And dude,
bottom
when
of the
his
bowl.
shit hits the porcelain, when it just
Feels like Mount St. Helens just erupted from my asshole. Fuck.
God. Sphincter's never the same.
No, you know what candy I really like? The Haribo Coca-Colas. Those little
Those are actually, I kind of like those.
Those
are
I haven't had them in a
fucking
long time,
good.
but I kind of like them.
those and peach rings. Peach rings. Oh,
Peach rings, apple rings, peach rings, dude.
Peach rings.
It's like good shit.
Apple rings are out. Peach rings are in.
They're both good, dude.
Peach rings are
No,
good.
no.
yeah,
No,
they're
dude.
both good. They're both
No.
good. Peach is better, but apple's still good.
Peach is better, 100%, and apple isn't good.
Okay.
What, dude?
Nothing, dude. Nothing.
Am I wrong? No, I'm not.
Well, I don't want to fight with you today, Asa.
What do you? Come on, dude.
I'm not
Not a
trying to-
memorial day fighting mood.
Apparently not. I don't got a gun. Like, I'm waiting for you to fucking tear it off again.
This thing,
There you go.
thinking ain't easy.
Shotgun's looking a little bare.
This thing is so broken. I need a new shotgun really bad. Okay, so Dax, we don't really have anything else. Close us out. Plug us in. Tell us about the emotes that you're making.
I'm working on some emotes. I haven't been able to get. I've had a lot going on. Don't worry, they'll be coming out soon, especially hopefully over this weekend. We got some more emotes coming. In the meantime, if you are subscribed, you can definitely enjoy the Thanos grin. But I will be there are definitely some more in the pipe. We had some really good suggestions on Discord recently, so that's going to be that's been super helpful.
If you guys have any suggestions, be sure to check out the Discord channel suggestions.
There you go.
You can tell us what kind of emotes you want to see from us. We listen to you guys. We don't listen ourselves.
It's a bad idea. We will be getting those done. We are at we got a huge boost that last stream. We're up to 50 subs. So regardless if that maintains or goes down, we don't really give a fuck because we got those emote slots. That's the important thing. They ain't going away. Twitch can't take it away. Not from us. So we got
sponsor us, Twitch. Hey, give us that check mark.
We have we have 5 slots and then 2 of the bonus the $9.99 and $24.99. So we're gonna have some fun with those.
So what do you think okay, so since this was a short one, think we should round up everyone for Friday and actually get in a game night and stop talking about it and actually do it. I feel like we should actually do that because this was such a short stream in comparison, and I know people I know some people like shorters. I know people enjoy the long engaged ones. How about we do a game night stream on Friday or Saturday, or we will work out a date. We'll announce it on Discord this week, and we can start making that a more regular thing as well. So we get more streaming days, so we can potentially get the new check mark. All right, we want that. We like that. Check marks are fucking cool. And you guys get to see us get mad at games and yell at each other.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen Vash in an actual video game? No. He only plays DMC. We all know that's not a real game.
Exactly.
Listen to him rage at BB because he didn't pick up the shotgun in Zombies. Who knows, dude? Pick up the fucking ray gun, BB!
So we'll be working on that. We're working on that, working on the emotes, everything else. Got that. We'll get that to y'all during the week. If you want to keep up on those updates, you can certainly do that by following us on Twitter
and Discord
at Dinner WTB. You can also check out our Discord. In fact, I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Get that handy little link.
If you guys are in our Discord right now, at Dax immediately.
Don't do that.
At him. Why? Why not, dude?
Because they're gonna call me gay again, dude.
Call Dax gay.
I've never kissed a girl in my life.
Call Dax super
I've never
gay.
kissed a girl in my life.
Call Dax super gay.
I'm not gay.
Cash, find the picture of us. Of us.
That's a fabrication.
On Dax. Fabrication. What do you mean?
Anyway, there's a YouTube archive as well if you want to catch up on the casts. I was a little late with this last one. Unfortunately, I actually forgot to unlist it. But typically they go live in the afternoon, the following day. So if you want to keep up with the archive, you can do that. And obviously follow on here on Twitch if you enjoy what you see and you want to see more of it. You'll get those little alerts and things. You can subscribe if you want those the Thanos grin and some future emotes that we're going to be rolling out. We also have
Twitch affiliate, by the way.
We are Twitch affiliate.
Hey, if you guys don't,
and you can get that nice little roll.
Have they heard about Twitch Prime, dude?
Have they heard about Twitch Prime? I don't know if you've heard about
Dude,
Twitch
I don't
Prime.
know.
Dude,
Tell
Twitch
me.
Prime's pretty
Tell me
sick.
about it.
Twitch Prime pretty sick. You got Amazon Prime, and then you got Twitch Prime. You got Twitch Prime. That's a free sub every month. And what better way to share the free sub love than to the boys? I really appreciate it. I'm showing the devils and everything. I really want it. Please.
Please.
Thank you. Shouts to DX Racer, everybody. Shouts to DX Racer. Some of the most comfy chairs that I've never sat in, but Aceuhh has. He loves them. Yeah, man, look at that smile. He loves that DX Racer. Super cool, Aceuhh. Really cool. Cool chair, man.
I love
Neko
him.
Ninja with the Twitch Prime subscribe. Thank you. Hey, look, it worked. I showed off my dimples.
It actually worked. Holy
Wow.
shit, it never works.
Wow.
That's
I'm
crazy.
gonna
Oh,
press
I
him in
also
all the
I
time.
think Cosmaga gifted a sub and we missed it.
Oh,
No.
I didn't see that.
I think he gave it to
Hold
Jam
on,
to
I'm
Kim,
scrolling up.
something like that.
Can I see it?
It
can't
was
scroll
a
that
while
far.
ago, I think.
I can't
Yeah,
scroll
we
that
actually
far.
got people talking in here. It's weird. It's a
Well,
weird paradox
Cos-
I'm not used to.
Well, thank you for the gifted sub as well. Very much appreciated.
Be sure to follow all of us. Me, mieDAX and BB, and Shib and VashTSB. We're not able to be here today. Follow us all on the respected social media, and tell all of your people that are associated with companies that want to sponsor people and want free well, not free advertisement, but advertisement. Let us know. We need sponsors.
Sponsors.
God, please. SGDQ's coming up. We're all us three. Us three. We're all gonna be there. So if you're gonna be at SGDQ, hey, I'll see you there. It'll be fun.
Come for the dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
If you guys catch us, yo, imagine we get so big when we're all five of us having dinner. People just start taking incognito pictures with us at like restaurants. Holy shit, they're doing it. They're
It's the
doing
boys,
it.
dude. They're there, dude.
They're,
Oh my
they're
God.
eating dinner, dude.
I wonder what they're talking about, man.
Even though that paradox is like it's happened way more often than people fucking think. Where we're just go get fucking food. We're hungry. I'm hungry. Yeah.
All right. That about does it. Thank
Think so.
everyone for watching.
Tell your friends.
Appreciate y'all coming out. Hope y'all have a wonderful Memorial Day night. And take care. Peace out.
Bye.